for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
The reason he was not dead in an instant, like he should have been, he landed in a very small but very thick 6 foot high bramble bush.
Just hit the floor. It's gonna hurt less.
Ridiculous. I don't know how. I don't get how he did it. I don't get it. But this is man versus machine.
Oh no, that's never good.
I'll tell you one thing women are better at, apparently.
Okay.
Not breathing.
Oh shit.
Then if you realise this,
how
for
long
breathing,
did she not breathe for, Carl?
breathing is for pussies.
Is it?
Breathing is for pussies. This guy didn't have a fun time.
Oh no, Carl.
He
what
did
did
not
he do,
have a
Carl?
fun time.
Where did he go, Carl? Did he end up inside another machine? Did he end up dragging his own intestines out of his ass using a Hoover? What happened to this poor mother, Carl?
All of them probably would have been better.
Oh shit.
How about getting blown up like a human balloon?
Yeah, I'm racist, Carl.
You are? You are?
Oh,
I'm
God.
glad you said it. Should believe that short people are allowed to murder too. They're allowed to. They're allowed to murder.
I just can't agree with that, Carl.
You should encourage it, if anything.
I just can't agree with it, Carl.
I
In my
think you need to
opinion,
get-
only the big should be able to kill. And they should
Only
be
the
able
big.
to do it freely whenever the fuck they want.
This is the Kill Them With Comedy podcast, featuring true crime, amazing events, conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and an array of weird and wonderful topics, all for your enjoyment. You're welcome.
And that proves that even people that you would trust with your life can, at some point, go fucking crazy.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Elon owning, was it 9% of Twitter? I think it is.
I think it's more than that. I think he's like the third biggest.
No, he's the biggest.
Oh, he's the
shareholder
biggest.
now. Yeah. And that was at 9%, so he might have gotten more.
That's really good. I mean, to be fair, like everyone likes to shit on the guy because he says some vaguely edgy shit on Twitter, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, if he's going to go into
Stop
Twitter,
moaning about it, I'll buy it.
Yeah, if he's going to go into Twitter and make it less of a fucking shit show and less of a place where you can just be turned to shit for saying the most benign of remarks, then fine, bro. I'm totally down for that.
Yeah.
I'm pro Elon, and I don't care who fucking knows it. I'm pro fucking Elon.
I don't really know. Is there like a thing where, like, because you know me, I just don't look at shit online. Is there like a disliking for him online?
Oh, there's a disliking for everyone, but yeah,
good for
like
him.
some of the stuff he says on Twitter is like can vaguely be described as like anti-trans or anti-this or pro this or pro.
Yeah, everything is anti-something and pro something.
Everything's anti-something or pro something. Like the fact is, the man's got a different opinion from you. Try and change his opinion by all means, but like.
I wouldn't go.
You're gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't go toe to toe with that mind.
No, you're not.
I ain't gonna go in the war with the minds of him.
Yeah. Oh, also,
who's not afraid to break his own fucking windows while they're being shown off?
Yeah. Also, listeners and viewers, I do apologise. The only reason we're doing this in a digital environment is because I'm shit with money. So.
I think everyone in the country and in France apparently is shit with money right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that whole cost of living thing, like generally starting to see like the effects in every manner now, like gas and electric suddenly like pay as you go, like the meters that we have.
You can see the difference, yeah.
Yeah, like, man.
Yeah, when I was back around my dad's, sometimes he'd barely break like £1 a day. Like it'd be like £1 and 2 pence. Now it's £1.68, £1.70, £1.80. It's like, fuck me, man. How is that acceptable? And not only that, but they're still making everyone who doesn't have the fucking money for it to pay for it. It's like, fuck off.
Huh?
Fuck. Like, no, that's like Shell and other companies have like gone, oh yeah, we've got record profits this year. We've got 10 million in profits. If you don't fucking need to rise the prices, then you can't.
Well, at least don't tell us. Just keep it to yourselves.
Keep it to your fucking selves. Yeah, don't boast about it and then go, by the way, pay us more.
If I was thinking WWE, like they've had like record profits over the last couple of years. Definitely over the last year, they've hit like over $1 billion profit for the first time.
Fuck, that's impressive.
Yeah,
for a single like entertainment entity to do that. Like the last one to do that was like fucking GTA 5.
What? Not the WWE game. Not the game.
No,
The game
no.
don't
I
do
mean,
that.
as a thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
GTA 5 is the highest grossing entertainment product ever of all
Makes
time.
sense. I can
Yeah.
imagine that. That's the
So
one
yeah,
with
I mean,
Nico.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to make that like $1 billion. I mean, what? Let's think about that.
What?
1 billion a year. So they've basically like they've managed to be the equivalent of like Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah,
Each
they're
year.
wrestling Disney.
Yeah, it's fucking impressive, man. Like,
But-
Jesus.
At the same time, though, they've also released the most amount of people that they ever have done. I think it was 120 over the last year and a
Ooh.
bit.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
like you were saying, it's like making record profits, but you're also releasing everyone because of budget cuts as well. Specifically, is what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Like, you see
that's
where
the
it's come
thing.
from, but still, I mean, they're a
Shareholders, man.
business. Yeah,
You gotta please those shareholders. You
yeah.
gotta have more profits than last year every single year, and if you don't, then shareholders leave, and that's
Mhm.
fucked. But it's the situation we live in.
In that case, then actually, I'd never want to break that billion, because then if you hit the billion, they're going to want like $1.5 billion next time. 2
Yeah,
billion
absolutely.
after that. You're gonna
That's
start
what every
selling your nan.
company does, man. That's the sort of and I hate to sound all fucking, communist and shit, but that is the only real problem with capitalism, is like you have to keep getting more profits every year, and eventually like either the quality suffers or the
Start buying
the
everything from
value
China.
suffers, or
All that.
even just genuinely society can suffer if it's a big
Mm.
enough company. It's a fucking
I know
it's a
they've been
trip.
I know they've been talking about sanctioning or just cutting off the oil completely with Russia as a way to like
Yeah, that's
stop
a
all
good
that
idea.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good idea for for fucking up Russia's economy and stuff like that. But
You gotta feel
man,
sorry
I
for the
can't keep
Russian
paying
people
these
though.
fucking prices for fuel, dude. I can't keep fucking paying them. It's unfucking real.
Is that what? Because as you know, I don't drive either. So what's
Yeah.
happening with all that then? Because I have no idea.
Well, I mean, so the start of the year, was it the start of the year before the fuel crisis? No, it was last year, wasn't it? It was like £1.30, £1.40, between that for fuel.
Okay.
Then during the crisis, it jumped up to like £1.50, £1.60, stuck at 170-ish.
It's funny how you say during the crisis. I'm like, do you need to be more specific? Which
Yeah, I
crisis?
know. Like, how many? We've been through like 8 different crises this year.
It only
And the
seems
most
more chill
recent
now
one as
because
well,
we've-
which really pisses me off. We had the fuel issue from like Russia not giving us fuel as much anymore, so that raised the
Okay.
prices again. And then these fucking what are they called? The ones who keep walking in front of fucking motorways and trying to stop people driving to work.
Oh, Extinction Rebellion.
Yeah,
Or
that's it.
Rebellion
Those
Extinction, something like
motherfuckers
that.
literally started barricading like fuel depots and things like that to stop fuel getting out. So they just raised the prices again.
Yeah, I was
So
going
now
back.
it's £1.78 to £1.80 a fucking litre. Like, fuck that shit.
Them people make no sense to me. I was coming back from Reddit hosting the quiz,
Yeah.
and got into Birmingham New Street, and they were just all this whole giant bit of New Street was blocked off for them to be camping out. They had like
Oh, I know,
sleeping
yeah.
bags and tents.
Yep.
And I was like, what kind of protest is that though? Where you're calling it off, so it's not in the way of people anyway, and you're moaning about like all the pollution and all that kind of stuff. You're in a building with heating.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
The fact is that these fuckers, they keep targeting exactly the wrong people. Like they go, all right, well, what we'll do is we'll block off the motorways and we'll piss off a load of people into doing the right thing. That never works.
The people that
So
can't
they
do anything
realised
about
that after like the 3rd time they tried to do it, and people have tried to literally beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I've seen a few.
And they go like, okay, we'll back it off. We'll just fill up a little bit of the street, but it's quite cold. So let's go somewhere with central heating. Like, you just fucked this up entirely. If you'd gone with the original point of what you were trying to do, which is to try and influence the people who can actually make these decisions, i.e. the fucking politicians, then you should have been camping outside number 10 this entire time. Why the fuck are you camping on the M5?
Handcuff yourself to Boris's car. That'll be a lot more. They'll get not right now because he's in Kyiv. or however it's pronounced.
Imagine if all of those motherfuckers
was.
surrounded like number 10. No one would be able to go fucking anywhere.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one. And that would be the people who's important. Boris Johnson can't leave. Maybe he'll start thinking about his fucking choices. But until
Another thing
then,
as well with all that, like, aren't like people like or eco warriors, whatever they're called.
oh yeah,
They're all about like reusing clothes as well, aren't they? Like not throwing away clothes, not buying brand new
recycling,
clothes.
all this kind
I'm
of
pretty
stuff,
sure they didn't all just by chance have those green hats either.
Oh shit!
They're going against their own shit
Oh
completely.
shit! Yeah, they're
Just for
just
the
out
sake of
there
branding.
buying new shit just for the fucking cause, man.
Yeah, yeah. And what fucking octopus are they getting that ink from as well to put the logo on it?
Yeah.
The fucking octopuses, man. You
I'd
gotta
like
save
to
them.
see the fucking receipt on that motherfucker. I'd like to see that's 100% cotton or wool. If there's a single synthetic fibre in there, I'm going to burn it while it's on your head.
Sheep's lives matter.
Yeah.
The sheep we get cotton from?
No.
Polyester.
Cotton's like the comes on plants. That's what slaves used to pick quite a lot. Yeah.
Oh, that was a really bad time to use that then.
Yeah.
Moving on. I know you've got some gigs coming up soon, haven't you? So
I do. I've got one tomorrow. As we're recording this, the Erding Ton of Laughs, provided by Mr. Jack Harris.
Yes,
And then I've got one on the 28th of April as well. So that's going to be pretty good. That's for Luke Man.
Luke Man.
I'm looking forward to that one because there's some serious fucking talent on that bill. Like fuck me, man.
Well, which one?
Some people who I've sort of seen around the circuit for ages, but never actually got to see them live, like Love Dev and who else?
See, if I'd have realised when Rio put our gig together that there was another one going on the same night, I'd have got it a different day. I'd said to him, just when you talk to the venue, get any day other than Thursday. So naturally, last Thursday of the month.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. Luckily, like I think the Erdington of Laughs is only like once a month. So seeing as yours is a weekly, you can just get fucking smash it in there.
Oh yeah, well.
Oh no, it's not a weekly, is it? It's the last Thursday of every month.
Oh yeah, the thingy one, but the Comedy Clubhouse is the one for the Tuesday. That don't matter anyway. That's not for me. That's for the other people to jump on and try their random shit. But I'm gonna try random shit at it tomorrow. I'm gonna I'm finally gonna. I've told you this before. I've been like ever since I started comedy, I've been trying to figure out how to tell the story of me a download tripping out.
Yeah.
And I've realised I've gone over it so many times. I'm just gonna get on stage and just do it and just see how it comes out.
That's a smart move. I've been thinking of trying to do that kind of shit myself as well. I think it's like I think it's the next stage up from like preparing all your stuff before you go on. Like and you'd hear a lot of comedians like Ari Shaffir talking about it and Joe Rogan and you know Tom Segura, all the fucking that whole group.
Yeah.
And they go like, like true comedians, they get an idea, they go on stage and they work it out in front of the crowd.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, which I'm fucking down for, but I'm this fucking got to be ballsy, man. You got to fucking if you're gonna do it, you got to do it hard, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, but see, as far as like the nerves of comedy now, like for me, the concept of getting up and standing in front of people and talking in front of them used to be what bothered me the most. I don't even think about that now. Like, that
that's
doesn't bother
fine,
me at all.
Yeah. Now for me, it's all about how is this material going to work? Do I need to change that joke? Do I need to move from that set into that set or this set into that set?
Now just hyper neurosis about the things we're doing.
Yeah.
Neurosis?
Neurosis. Yeah. Neurosis.
Yeah. Look at me. I'm smart and things.
Yeah.
So any other nights at the moment or any other stuff?
That's all of the ones for now. I think once I get to March, I've got one on the 4th. I was going to do Haggler's Corner potentially, but that I've got one for Tommy Wagger instead. It was Wagger or Wagner? The one we did one. Wagner. Yeah, that's the one.
Tomsky.
Yeah, Tomsky. I can never remember how to pronounce his second name. It's such a there's so many options.
He doesn't use a second name for
he just uses Tomsky. So,
yeah. Tommy, I think
he's
is like the stage name kind of thing.
Yeah. So I've got one for him on that month, and then I think hopefully I'll do Haggler's Corner either the month after that or sometime down the road. And then
Cool.
I'll do a couple of gigs for Sham in between. I'll do a couple of gigs for you in between. I might try and go to the Hollybush because I haven't been there in fucking ages.
Yeah, I can't go to
Um,
Hollybush now with this quiz. That's the sad thing I've realised. Can't
Really?
go for the first. It's every Thursday, isn't it? So
Oh shit! Yeah.
I think they did a Saturday night, which I can go to sometimes. But
Well, yeah. You can always change around potentially if you need it for a week or so. You know.
yeah, but then I don't get money in it. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. Don't get me wrong. I get £40 for an hour and 45 minutes work. That's cool,
It's pretty good.
and I
But
can drink at the same time.
yeah.
That's the coolest. Any job where you can go and drink at the same time, that's great, man.
It's a fucking good job. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've tried it in many of my jobs, but this is the first time I've been allowed to.
Yeah.
It's encouraged, if anything.
I wish it was more socially acceptable. I was watching the Grand Tour thing recently.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Carnage et Toi?
Yeah.
And it's just the one where they start talking about the French and how weird the French are in various ways. Like there was one thing, and this is going back to the alcohol subject. Kids could be served wine with their school lunches up
What?
until like a few years ago. Like the
What the fuck?
2000s. Yeah. Also, like it was illegal to drink at work or while on your lunch break
Yeah.
unless it was wine or beer or brandy. That's fine because they're French. But don't you go drinking that nasty vodka, you dirty bastard.
I remember there was a question on the quiz the one week. It was multiple choice. How? Yeah, that was it. How many tons of frog's legs do the French consume every year? And it was 1,000, 2,500, or 4,000.
I mean, it's got to be 4,000.
It's 4,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not have been tons. Don't get me wrong.
How tiny a frog's leg is.
Yeah.
Holy shit, France.
Well, over here, man, we get like battery farms full of chickens and that. They just got like ones full of frogs just hopping about. God, imagine
what?
that.
I just
Be like a horror story version of The Wind in the Willows.
Yeah.
Which is actually I used to love that when I was younger. Oh, actually, I didn't do my plugs. Fuck.
Oh shit! Do your plugs?
Yeah. Every Tuesday, KD Comedy Clubhouse in Yardley, and then as you said that, I need to start. I'm going to start now, like that, because I've been putting a few gigs on. I'm going to start actually like going to gigs again now a bit more.
Yeah.
Like I've got one on the 2nd of May for in Sheffield with Daniel and Ollie.
Nice. Which one are you doing? You're doing
I forget now.
Is it
It's
the
a bank
Milo?
holiday. I don't know. I did ask him. Let me just double check. I don't think he's. It's on.
If it's
I've got it on there. That sounds
nice
familiar.
room. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
okay.
really nice room, man. It's really good.
Hmm.
It was weird because like at the back of the room, it felt like you wouldn't necessarily have that much like connection with the crowd.
Oh,
Once
I
you're
saw
up on
the
the stage,
pictures. Sorry, yeah.
yeah. Once you're on the stage, they're sort of literally right there in front of you. You just look down and you're sort of getting direct contact with them. It's fucking great, mate. Really good.
I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And as you know, gone through, had a few things to sort out with getting that gig, so it's all cool.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ended up being a very positive and the kind of way you'd want, like that thing to end in the end.
Yeah.
That sounded as vague as I could make it to anyone that had no idea what I was talking about. I felt like I understood what I was talking about less from saying it then. So
I understand what you're saying. It's okay.
And then, of course, as you said, on the 28th of April, got that gig for the first time that somebody has trusted us with a budget. It's
an actual budget.
An actual budget, actual money. Craziness.
How crazy is that shit?
We've got the first few people already fully confirmed for it. Got the opener as Leanne Easthope. Got
Nice.
Alex Plant should be coming down. Got Griff coming down.
Nice.
New guy Matt Hunt, who was on one of my comedy clubhouses. It was only like his 6th gig at the time, but it was just really freaking good, man.
Yeah.
Like when you just see someone, you're like, I like your style. I like how you're doing that.
Yeah.
Stood out as well,
And Alex Plant, fucking, he's been on the quiz a lot, but that dude,
Yeah.
I've seen him perform. Was it once or a couple of times? Either way, fuck me, is he good? He's got a hell of a presence on that stage.
Yeah. I love the stuff as well. Like the simple things. Like it's going to sound weird, but the idea of spending time like lying down, like
Yeah.
during that one bit, it's
Yeah.
so simple, but it
Yeah.
makes such a difference.
And it's
like,
also it's that confidence of like, I'm going to do this because it serves this joke.
Yep.
And you're going to enjoy it, and that confidence gives it even more like power. It's so good.
I'd like to know how much he commits to it if he goes to like a place with a really sticky stage or something.
Oh yeah, no,
I might purposely like spill something
just pour a
before
little
he
bit of
says.
Coca-Cola on there just to see how he
Yeah.
deals with it.
It's salty, to be fair, so there might be a few condoms on the stage already for all I know.
Yeah.
Used condoms.
Yeah, the best
say-
kind.
Well, I suppose if you like fucking a plastic bag, and I do very much.
I love it. So
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Better than fucking a tote bag.
yeah.
A lot better than that.
A lot
again,
better than fucking one of those fucking canvas bags as well, mate. You don't want
Mm.
chafing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't know about yourself though. I like going around the back, a little backpack,
Oh, yeah.
a fanny
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah, a little fanny pack. Everyone likes a little bit of a fanny pack.
What the fuck are we talking about now?
We're talking about I don't know what's the subject. I guess we'll talk about that.
For a second then I thought you was about to like figure out if you should say the subject, and I was like, oh, did I make a spin without having needing to then? I don't need to, but I have
That'd
done.
been so good.
I've got a good one for us this time. I've got a few things I want to mention later anyway, but we should do part of the actual topic first of all.
Okay.
So this time I have for you, I don't know how to title it, crazy things that should have killed people that somehow didn't.
Oh, please don't say I've lost connection. Yeah, that was a big freeze for me as well there for a second. Okay. I think we're okay.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, another great place to pause on. Very, very happy look on his face there. I hope this comes out on the recording at least. Here we go. Hello again,
Nick. God, I'm having to use my fucking phone's internet here. if that's even working. Have I still got an internet connection?
I can see you.
Apparently I do.
I can hear you. Hearing is the main thing, like I was saying anyway.
What is going the fuck on with this? Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And I can actually see you at the moment.
I am so fucking sick of my internet. It is the fucking worst. It never works. It constantly fucks up. I've got to put my phone on fucking hotspot. It's a good thing I've got unlimited data, Carl. Otherwise, I'd be fucked.
Just make sure you're not using the camera as well, are you, at the same time? Because I cooked your phone, remember, the other day.
Oh, no. I'm not using the phone. I'm using the laptop connected to the phone via the hotspot. Oh, yeah.
See? There's some ingenuity for you, though.
Oh, yeah.
Ingenuity.
Did
you hear what the subject was?
Not at all. Nothing.
Oh, okay. This is things that should have killed people that somehow didn't.
Oh, that's a great subject. Oh, I'm so down for this. And it's going to get horrifying at moments, though, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah. At moments it is truly horrifying. It was all lighthearted and funny, being played for jokes in the video. I ripped a lot of this from.
Yeah.
And then it just at one moment just suddenly turned a bit horrifying, and it was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then it went funny again, so it was fine.
That's okay. Speaking of things like that, just one off the top of my head that I saw recently. I saw a video of a dude who decided it was a good idea to get into a bear exhibit at a zoo.
Oh, God, okay.
And then he's just sitting there having a smoke. This is in Russia, by the way. So, like, obviously, this guy's having a fucking cigarette in the middle of the bear pit, and the bear sort of comes up to him like, I'm gonna fucking eat you because I'm a bear. It's just this is what I do. I'm a fucking bear.
Even the ones that are in captivity, they're all drugged up, but bears be bears still.
Yeah, they be fucking bears, bro.
Bears be bears.
And he goes like, oh, look, there's a bear coming. Well, he's Russian, so he's like, there is a bear coming towards you.
No.
What shall I do? I know.
I didn't expect this
I
to
know
happen.
what I do. I go down into river and I swim. Terrible idea. Bears swim. So
Bears
this guy's
should
just
have flew.
swimming around, and this bear's like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Just a little paddle along.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking, yeah,
Thinking
this
of
guy's
songs
gonna
like
die.
the Jungle Book. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking die. There's no way this guy doesn't die because it's a fucking bear. What happens? He headlocks the bear, Carl. He headlocks the bear and starts pushing it underwater like, fuck you, bear.
Oh.
You fucking clown, bear. Fuck you.
He's one of the Mccormacks. No, that's not the right way you pronounce it, but the Russian and like Ukrainian, I think it is. I think it's Ukrainian actually. Fighters in the UFC, apparently they grow up like they're really good at wrestling because they grow up wrestling bears.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, yeah.
This thing paws at him a couple of times. He's like, no, stupid bear.
Man, to be honest though, you can see why these guys can wrestle so well in the UFC. It's like if you legit grow up wrestling bears, that's a thing apparently over there. Evidenced
Apparently.
by this video you saw.
It's fucking what madman does that shit? Like,
Well, feel sorry for the bear. He's just chilling in his house, and all of a sudden, this dude jumps over the wall, and he's like just there, and he's like, "Oi, get the fuck out!" And then he gets him in a headlock.
yeah.
He's trying to push him out, and he thought it was dinner. Imagine getting headlocked by dinner.
Oh,
That's not
mate,
cool.
imagine if your fucking chicken Kiev got up off the plane and just put you into a fucking headlock. Like, come here, you cunt.
That would be a bad evening,
It would be a fucking awful evening.
and you'd be hungry at the end of it too. Makes it
You know
even
the most
worse.
fucked up thing? He made the bear run away. The bear ends up climbing out and like, I am not dealing with that crazy motherfucker over there. He can get fucked.
I need another fence to protect me from this human.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Fucking great.
Russia.
I watched. Do you ever watch UFC? Do you watch that at all?
I did try to watch it for a bit, but it's so fucking expensive. I had the I had the subscription pack for a bit, where I was just like all of the like lower end ones. You could just watch those for as much as you want. That was fucking great. I saw one of the greatest fucking fights ever on that. There's this Canadian girl with like red hair. I can't remember their fucking names. It pisses me off.
The girls are always really fucking entertaining fights. They're always
Such
so
insanely good fights. Yeah, because
Mm.
it's all about that technique.
And they're constantly trying to prove, like, still like trying to prove themselves, I guess, in a way,
Yeah.
like everyone, because it's still a relatively new division, like both of them.
Yeah.
I think
But
there's two.
it was this Canadian girl and this Brazilian woman who is she's fairly well known and she's fucking terrifying looking, just absolutely terrifying looking.
Yeah.
And they're just getting into this fight, and the first few rounds, this Brazilian woman's just knocking the pants off this Canadian chick. And then I don't know what happens, but in like I think it was like the fourth or fifth round, something, or was it the third round? I don't know how many rounds they were doing. But just out of the blue, this Canadian chick just I don't know, drowns herself in maple syrup and just goes for it, mate. And she just smacks the living shit out of this
as we
Brazilian
discussed before, maple syrup is effectively a performance-enhancing drugs for Canadians.
It is, yeah.
That's
It's
how they've
essentially
evolved.
like taking methamphetamine for them.
Yeah, but it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why there's a whole black market for maple syrup in Canada, and that's actually true.
That's true. If you don't believe us, check out that previous episode, the Great Maple Syrup Robbery. Oh my God, what a fucking story.
Yeah.
I loved that one so much. I love
people are endlessly entertaining for me.
Yeah.
Endlessly entertaining. Like we could go up on stage and literally, like any comic could just go up on stage and just talk about for like 10 minutes stupid shit that people have done, like all this kind of stuff, and that'd be it. That'd be a great set.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that actually.
I might have
I have
to
enough material
include
covering the
actually,
stupid shit I've done. So.
Yeah, because there's a bit that I wanted to do for a while, which is like you can tell how scary a country is by how they treat bears. Like in America, they get a gun out. They're like, I'm not fucking dealing with this, motherfucker. You fucking stand back or I'm going to fucking shoot you.
Oh, it's coming right for us.
Yeah. And then in Sweden, they're just like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this bear. You go the fuck over there, and I'm going to go the fuck over here. And that is all we will say about it. And that they're pretty tough because, you know, that bear just agrees with them straight head on.
Yeah,
You know what? You and me were on the same wavelength. I'm cool, dude. I'm cool. Then you get to Russia. Russian
Headlocking
people
motherfuckers.
are fucking scary. They will put a bear in a cage and make it dance itself to death.
Or put themselves in the cage
Or
with the
put
bear and
themselves
headlock
in the
it.
cage of the bear and
Like the
headlock it.
motherfucker. Yeah.
These motherfuckers do not care.
No.
And then you get to China, and they just eat the bear.
Yeah. I mean, all of these sound pretty scary, though, to be fair, either way.
Yeah.
Even the Americans shoot first and
that's why English people are pussies, Carl. What would you do if you saw a bear? You'd
be
get
like,
eaten,
what?
wouldn't you? Because I would too.
I'd be like, why the fuck's there a bear in England? How did
Yeah,
this
exactly.
happen?
Yeah.
But there's like alligators here, though, and stuff that rich people have got. I'm sure they've got some bears too.
I'm sure someone in the UK owns a bear illegally.
Oh.
There's got to be at least one illegal bear in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. More than
Yeah.
one. There's like a family of them at the very least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like a
reckon it's
whole-
not that hard to get a bear cub through customs. You just pretend
Yeah.
it's a dog.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world.
It's just a fucking St. Bernard puppy. It's fine.
Yeah. It's just a bit, like, its mom was also the dad's sister, so there's been a few
It looks a bit,
deformities.
weird. Yeah,
Like a
don't
royal family of.
ignore the
animals.
fact that it's walking along on two legs. I've just trained it really well.
Yeah. Super smart.
Have you seen that video of a bear that's just pimping its way through someone's back garden on its hind legs? It's so good. It's sitting there with its hands up, like in front of it, like that. It's just scuttling about. Like, ooh, look, there's a barn over there. Scuttle. Ooh. Oh, look, there's a pond. Scuttle. It's so fucking weird.
Imagine that, just looking out your window and just there's a genuine chance that there might just be a bear on
It
the other
just might
side of
be a
it.
fucking bear. Yeah, I mean that's my new set, and that's what my new set's about. It's like, far too safe living here in the UK.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
Far
remember.
too
Yeah. Fucking hell. I'll tell you one thing that's not safe, though. Skydiving without a parachute, that ain't safe.
Oh fuck! No one needs to do that.
No.
Terrible idea, Carl.
Sometimes having the parachute doesn't help, as we're going to find out in a minute. Well, right now. What am I talking about in a minute? Right fucking now.
Here we fucking go.
We
You ready
are.
for the roller coaster, ladies and gentlemen?
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We're talking about New Zealand, Michael Holmes.
Ooh.
I know it sounds really easy to say, but it's spelled weirdly. So I think it's Michael Holmes. Who decided to go skydiving and ended up free falling 15,000 feet.
See, that's why I don't skydive.
Yeah, because the floor's there.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, well, it's safe most of the time. Yeah, most of the time, motherfucker. I don't need most of the time.
Well, you've already got a complex about what could happen if you were skydiving, and this story is not going to help you in the slightest. I really want to go skydiving, to be fair. It scares the shit out of me.
I'd like to do it.
Not my thing.
Yeah, I'd like to do it maybe once, but I think the problem is it's one of those things where you're either going to fucking love it and then constantly do it, or you're just going to go, that was amazing, that was terrifying, I've just shit myself.
Yeah, the two are mutually exclusive, the three.
Yeah, and I don't know which one, because I don't know which personality I am. I'm hoping I wouldn't be the person who ended up getting addicted to the fucking rush.
There's worse things to be addicted to. And my brother's a workaholic, and I'm like, you work too much, but better than heroin, I guess.
It's better than heroin. Yeah.
There's other things that. Then again, it's working in Tesco, so maybe not. Might not be better than heroin.
No.
Although I am a fan.
You got to deal with it. Yeah.
I would prefer Lidl, but he's an adult. He can make his own choices.
He can make his own decisions. Yeah.
Yeah. If you love them, you have to let them fly.
You do.
Various parts of Michael Holmes' situation was caught on camera from witnesses and from his own body camera as well, although most of it's just noises and blurs. I haven't included any of it.
Yeah.
Partly because it was in different places and a bit blurry, and mainly because I couldn't be asked.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
that's good, yeah.
He pulled his cord at around 4,000 feet. Fuck all happened.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that means 4,000 feet from the floor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you fall a long way free fall and then you pop. That makes sense, though, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
He then pulled
4,000 feet high, though. Ooh.
So the worst thing is, all this starts happening, and he's still, got plenty of time to think about it. He pulled his cutaway cable to release his main parachute, but nothing happened again. The same was true for his reserve shoot as well. Pulled the line. Fuck all happened once more.
Oh, fuck.
At this point, he was now less than 2,000 feet from the ground, which apparently is roughly a bit more than 2 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. So not that far away.
It's really not, no.
No, not from
Not when you're
50,000.
moving at fucking terminal velocity. You know how fast you accelerate, Carl?
120 miles an hour.
It's not. No, it's 60.
For what?
What was it? I think it's 30 feet per second per second. So for every second you are falling, you are gaining 30 feet per second.
Wow. Okay.
So you start off at 30, then 60, then 90, then 120, and that's within 4 seconds.
Yeah. Wouldn't it start going up as well because you get faster as well, wouldn't you, each time?
Yeah. And I mean, once you get to terminal velocity, I think it's like
terminal.
terminal velocity is like where you finish. You can't go
yeah.
any faster. I think that's 120 or something like that.
Yeah,
for
they
a human
said
body.
it's 120, which is what he was almost at, but it was reduced to 80 for him because he had a lot of drag from
the
one of the lines and stuff.
Yeah, that's what all you can really hope for in that situation is that you got just enough to keep you living.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he shouldn't have done in any way here. Like, he was going fast enough that he should have been dead 85 miles an hour or 80, whatever it was.
Yeah.
He thought he was going to die. So about 55 feet away from the ground, he shouted to his fellow divers and to the onlookers in general, shouted, "I'm dead. Bye." And then hit the ground.
Fuck.
Literally what he shouted.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I love that. I'm dead. Bye.
It's more than that. It's like because he's shouting it while falling, and you just hear, "Ah, I'm dead, bye."
And he just disappeared. Like, you can't see him landing.
Fuck, man.
But the crazy part was one of his fellow parachuters was the first one there, and they went over to have a look for him, obviously naturally assuming he was dead, but somehow they found him and he was still breathing. When they found him, he was, and I quote, as they said, "a bloody and broken mess."
Yeah, what a fucking surprise. Jesus Christ.
The reason he was not dead in an instant like he should have been was that he landed in a very small but very thick 6-foot high bramble bush.
Oh man!
So a lot of the cut up
just
body.
Hit the floor, dude. Just hit the floor. It's gonna hurt less.
That's what they said. Like all the grass around him. Well, hurt less, yeah, because he'd be dead. All the grass around him and the river as well. There was streams in there. Any of that he'd have hit, he'd have been dead straight away. But he just happened to hit this little thing. Pure luck.
God, could you imagine that pain though? Like, don't get me wrong. He probably, as soon as he was about to hit the ground, his brain probably just went shut off.
Yeah, it's shocking he didn't have a heart attack before he even hit the floor. A lot of people do.
Yeah, but like, oh God, imagine waking up in hospital. All of your bones are broken. That's terrible.
No, he didn't have that badly. I can tell you exactly what his injuries were. Can you still hear me? Because you froze on video.
Me, it's gone again. Has it gone
again? Oh,
okay. Okay, there we go. We're back.
You're back again. Could you hear me then, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was saying I got a list of the injuries here anyway, so I can tell you exactly what was going on. But because it wasn't that bad, as you said, like every bone broken up. You've gone again, haven't you? God damn you, internet! Internet, you are the enemy. Technology hates this podcast. Right. Technology hates our podcast. Technology. Damn you.
Just use the 4G. Stupid phone.
I couldn't hear you at all, and you just suddenly pop back up in my ear. Technology is completely against this podcast, Nathan.
It is. That's why we have to meet in person, because apparently technology hates. You know what it is, Carl? I reckon it's that Skynet knows that we're going to save humanity.
I think it must be that.
Yeah.
I mean, Skynet another name for Amazon? Or
no, well, I mean, it basically could be. Or... Skynet's the Terminator one, mate.
Oh, no,
Skynet
I know.
Yeah. Oh, good,
no, it wasn't. I think you'll find that it they stopped Skynet, and now it's Gen Ice Ice.
No, they didn't, Carl.
Gen Ice Ice.
Didn't happen. No. Nope.
They may be going on a different
No.
a different reality right now, but it still happened.
It didn't, Carl. I
Was
don't
that the
want
one
it to
where?
happen.
Was that the one where at the end he came back, or was it the beginning he shot John Connor?
Yep.
Yeah,
they
that
shoot
one.
John. I haven't even seen the film. I know what happens in it, and I'm never going to watch it. They shoot John Connor at the start, and then Skynet.
It's good how they did it.
And then Skynet becomes Legion. Oh, fuck off! Oh, fuck off! We've taken an interesting and unique name, and we've turned it into fucking the most generic name you could possibly have.
It really is.
Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Skynet is cool. Oh my god!
I mean, wasn't it originally supposed to happen by now already? Was it 2005?
Oh yeah. It was, in the original one, it was supposed to happen in like 1998 or something like
the futuristic land of 1998.
Yeah.
I'm only just now accepting the Y2K isn't real, so I understand.
I mean, to be fair, I get that. Yeah, that would have been cool if all computers suddenly thought that they didn't exist anymore because it was the year zero. That never, I never got the actual conspiracy behind. You know, that's what it was.
I think year 2000.
People thought that because it was going to go to naught at the end of it, computers would realize that computers did not exist in the year 00. So they will all completely fry themselves. Like, what are you talking about? That's the plot from a 60s movie. Like,
see, we hear about this now. Like, everyone thought this was a thing. Like, everyone just assumed it was a thing. I hope to God it was just like a small little thing, like the 2012 Mayan thing. Like, you know. I hope it's like that, and it wasn't that much of a thing.
It was bigger than people like to admit. There were a lot of Y2Kers. There were people who were preparing. You know, they got tins, they got in bunkers. They did that whole episode on My Name Is Earl about it, which, by the way, fucking great episode. My Name Is Earl, so good.
I suppose there's only so many times you can, you know, think the world's going to end, and then still get hyped about it the next time when it doesn't.
Yeah. Basically,
the world will end now, and everyone will just not give a shit. Same with everything else.
I mean, I still think we're up in that high echelon of, you know, we've got a decent percentage of being the ones who actually see the world end. It's going to be great.
Yeah, definitely. It will be a fun show. If you like fireworks, you're gonna love it.
It's gonna be so cool.
But if you like living, you will not love it.
No,
you will not anything, kid, because you'll be dead.
Yeah, we've not had this higher percentage chance of that in about 20 years. 40 years. It's the 80s, isn't it? That we're looking back to now. Fuck me.
I don't know. What happened in the 80s?
Oh, this is where the 80s was, when it was Cold War all over, and people were, you know, threatening missiles at each other, and they almost blew each other up at one point.
It's funny they say this, like, you know, all these different wars and these different things. Like, realistically though, it's just been one long fight.
Yeah,
the sides just keep.
They just never ended it. Yeah,
it's just like a road where the neighbors don't like each other.
Yeah,
certain people have got certain things. So some people want to go and steal something from Jeff's house. Jeff wants Mark's vibrator.
PS4. Okay,
that's a better one.
No, we'll go with vibrator. It's already been said now, Carl.
Vladimir is in one of the places, and he just wants to kill everyone.
Yeah,
he's just a paedophile on the street. He is. That's Vladimir. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Jimmy Saville.
Oh,
what? Have you seen the Jimmy Saville Netflix documentary?
Nah, I'm not. I don't need to see that shit. I don't need to get angry. It's an old paedophile.
It's easier to watch than like the Michael Jackson one, where they go into so much depth into everything that happens. It's just more because there's not complete evidence of everything he did, other than just some testimony. So they don't, you know, go into it too much. That part of it, they just show you everything around it, you know, to let you decide. And dude owned a hospital that owned it. Sorry, he put the most money in, and he could just walk about it. He had like a house there, basically. do what he wanted, and it was like basically a hospital for paralyzed people.
Yeah.
And
So they couldn't do anything.
Nope. Had spinal injuries.
Oh
Some of them ended up, in this sort of school, and didn't know he was a wrestler. He was also a very good friends with Princess Di and Charles and the Queen. They used to ask him
he
for
was friends with loads of really influential people.
they used to ask him for advice about different things to do and that. Very strange, and they didn't know a lot of that.
Yeah,
Interesting
well,
video.
it's that thing as well. Like, it wasn't that much of a secret. It was a fairly open secret. All the fucking weird shit he did.
Yeah, that's the one thing though. Myself, like I was watching that, and yes, I said this to Mom at the time. It's very easy to say this, I suppose, in hindsight, but I don't understand how anyone could have looked, because they showed loads of clips of his stuff, from all throughout the years. I'm like, how do you not look at that? He's such a creep.
Yeah, he is.
Think about him. Like, he's just there talking about. He was like, there was one where he was like groping someone at the time, like just grabbing on her ass, and it was. I don't understand how people couldn't see it.
Yeah, I think
talk about banging girls.
It's that same thing that happened with. Sorry to interrupt you. It's that same thing that happened with Bill Cosby though. It's people like, oh, he's so sweet and kind and nice on TV. There's no possible way he could be an evil monster behind the scenes. And it's like, it was exactly the same thing as well. Because like, Jimmy
all
Saville
these stories as well,
used
like
to be
that,
this.
Go around.
Yeah, Jimmy Saville used to be this, very, very sort of conservative. And I don't mean conservative in like the party way. I mean conservative in that way of sort of like, you've got to, you've got to be very prim and very proper all the time. You've got to do these things the right way and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, it's always those motherfuckers, man. It's always those motherfuckers who expect everyone to act perfectly, who are always doing something really fucking dark on the inside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't get too much of it in this, him being like that. It was more.
I mean,
you didn't really get much of his actual, like, it seemed as though he didn't really have a personality, or he never really got to see the real personality. He literally said as well, a lot of the time when they point blank asked him, he was like, no, it's all a facade. This isn't the real me. This is just what I do to make people like me.
Yeah, that was one of the Louis Theroux bits as well. Louis Theroux talks about him quite a lot in his autobiography. I've got to get through this, which is fucking great, genuinely really good.
I like the name for that.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. But at one point he talks about Jimmy Savile, and one of the things that Jimmy Savile apparently, and there is actually a fair bit of evidence for this one, unfortunately, one of the things he used to do was sort of be very anti-gay all the time, like vocally. And then it turned out the entire time that he would do a charity run, and then he'd hire himself a underage male prostitute. And like, he literally this is a quote. Yeah, Saville, and this is one of his quotes.
I remember that. Like, I think I remember them talking about guys as well. I don't remember if it was just girls or if there were boys as well, but I think there was.
There was boys as well. Yeah. And apparently at one point he said, one of his quotes, I can't remember where it was from, who figured it out, or whether it was in a diary or something. He was like, I have a run and I have myself a little bomb. And it's like, that is so fucking gross, you filthy old man.
Yeah.
And it's that Catholic thing that was built into him of, you can enjoy your sin provided you do the punishment for it. Say your fucking Hail Marys, motherfucker, and then go fuck a child. That's fine. Like, fuck you motherfuckers.
He had a few like things where they did I thought he got away with completely, when he was alive, because the main stuff didn't come out until after he'd already died.
Yeah.
But there were like attempts, doing stuff and get, in regards to cases against him. They just never really went anywhere. At one point, he was also friends with some police as well, so they, got rid of one for him.
Shove it underneath the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think there was another one where they gave him information, so he was able to bribe the person, basically.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah, and I really don't see how. He just duped the country. That was the point they were making, that, and he really did.
I don't know how he fucking did it.
God knows.
Could you imagine if someone that mentally fucking unstable used that kind of shit for actual good, as opposed to fucking hide a terrible, deep, dark secret.
Yeah. Like that was one thing he literally said at one point. You know, like the amount of good he does, like all the charity and stuff, kind of hopes it makes up for all the bad he's done. You know,
Yeah, it's
like
no, it
when
doesn't,
getting to
motherfucker.
heaven. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
That's
Don't
again
think it
though.
does.
That's that fucking Catholic attitude,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so weird, man.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to actually say what the injuries were, didn't I, from this
Oh yeah,
parachute
shit.
fall?
Yeah.
He was knocked unconscious, suffered a punctured lung, had a shattered left ankle, was cut up pretty badly, but alive. No long-term general injuries, you know.
That crazy motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck? God, that must have hurt.
This is one thing well, not so much actually. Forget what I was about. Forget what I was about to say there.
Okay.
I know you know what I was about to say, but forget
Yeah.
what I was about to say there.
Okay.
Thank you. You sure you've forgotten it?
It's completely gone, Carl.
Cool. I'll take your word for it in that case.
Yeah,
It's crazy, ain't it, though? Like, you know, the concept of just falling 15,000 feet. I mean, it's just so high, so far up, you can't even comprehend. Like, it's just 15,000 could be anything in that sense.
And you're gonna hit that fucking ground, and it's gonna fucking hurt, and you know it's gonna fucking hurt as well. That's the terrifying bit.
I don't even know. I think it'd be like instant, to be honest. I don't think you'd feel anything.
Yeah, no, but that I don't know. I think there's that suspense when you're coming down towards it of like, oh fuck, oh no, oh please, oh come the fuck on.
That'll be. I love your impersonation of that. Then, oh, come the fuck on. Oh,
seriously.
I didn't expect you to be there. Oh, you know, yeah. It's just, but like, what's going through your head on the way down? That's why I said, like, that's why so many people have heart attacks in that, because obviously that's a scary thing, and you don't expect to survive it. He was super duper lucky.
Yeah. Fuck me.
This guy, the next dude, nothing lucky about it. You know, obviously this is all about people to survive ridiculous stuff. But this one, ridiculous. I don't know how. I don't get how he did it. I don't get it. But this is man versus machine.
Oh no, that's never good.
It's not.
That's never good, Carl. Like I've heard tale. I've never seen the video, but I've heard tale on the YMH podcast of a video of a lathe worker, and it goes a lathe, right? Oh god, a lathe is basically a big metal like rotating arm on a motor, and it just spins something incredibly fast. So if you've got like a thing, you can gradually like cut into it and shape something on the lathe, whether it's metal or wood or whatever.
Oh, I think I've seen what you mean, actually.
Yeah, this one particular dude is working on a metal lathe, and you know he's working on it, and it's all going. And I think he's in a cold environment. He's got a big coat on, and suddenly, and I have never seen the video. I've again just had it explained on YMH. His wrist just gets caught. And that's it, because that lathe is going like 1,000 rotations per minute. He is just whipped into it, churned around, and is just spread all over the fucking shop. No, his body is liquefied over the fucking shop. Just chunks
his whole
of
body
viscera just thrown all out, because the human body cannot withstand that much centrifugal force. It just
that much what?
Centrifugal force.
Is
That's
that like
the spinny force.
Okay.
Yeah.
He can't deal with that, but he can deal with squeezing, apparently.
Oh no!
He can squeeze.
No, not squeezing, Carl. No.
So this is about Matthew Lowe, who is a happily married father of one.
Son?
To make it worse as well, it's from here. He's from England. This all happened in England.
Matthew.
2011. He was working in an English factory, Northern England, I believe. I don't know if we're Northern or not. I'm not sure.
Dear. Yeah. Well, no, we're Midlands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Midlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should give it away where we are. He was dragged through a small hole in a processing machine.
Oh fuck! No, why?
Why?
Yeah, why,
Something
Carl?
apparently something to do with his sleeve. Got caught in it when he was going past, and there should have been a protector on the thing, but there wasn't, or something like that. But he also shouldn't have had his sleeves so baggy.
Yeah, as we know from Lathe Guy.
Yeah,
never had baggy sleeves.
To be fair, the phrase he was dragged through a small hole, I suppose, doesn't quite do it justice, because it was, you might know better than me how big this is. It was 5 inches in diameter.
What? No, that's not possible. You can't put a human being through 5 inches.
Apparently, his head didn't go through that bit. He went through something else somehow, and I don't get how. Whether it, God knows, but that's.
Did he get decapitated or something? Because
they all survived. Remember, these are all stories about people that survived.
How the fuck does his head go through a different thing from his body and not?
I don't know. What? Yeah, God knows. I don't know. I don't understand how he survived this. His hand went in first, and when the middle of his arm reached the machine, he said he heard a, and quote, terrible snapping sound.
Of course you did. Your arm's in a machine. Oh my God.
What used to be your arm at this point.
Yeah.
But I think it turned as well. No, actually, no, it wasn't a turn. It was just a dragger. So his arm was still his arm, I guess. The machine kept on pulling him in up to the shoulder. He said the machine dragged me. He said as the machine dragged him through, he just relaxed completely when being taken by it, because he knew he couldn't do anything and he thought he was going to die. So he just let it happen. Maybe that's what saved him. I don't know.
Maybe.
Accepting your fate is what saved him. I mean,
they always say that if you are loose in a car accident, that tends to help you survive. But I don't think it counts for when you're being dragged through a 5-inch hole of a machine.
And he fully went through the whole machine because it was spat out the other end, where he was found by workmates. He was described as bloodied and torn up by them.
Oh, God.
He was barely alive at this point, but they called for an ambulance straight away because, like I said, they found him right away. Luckily, that was the one lucky part of it. Probably why he was managed to survive it too.
Because he's just.
He would go on to say, in the end, it crushed my entire body, ripped my clothes to shreds, and literally spat me out the other end. But I was alive. I don't know how I didn't lose consciousness. I just couldn't see for a while afterwards. So he was conscious this whole time too.
Oh no!
Going through it and stuff. He was like fully aware the whole time.
No. Why?
It's crazy.
Oh my God!
I've got a actual list. I've got a list of his actual injuries.
Go on, then.
The injuries included, but are not limited to.
Oh, good. He got bonus points.
Yeah. He had a shattered pelvis, a broken back in 2 places, fractured hips, fractured ribs, plus his bowel and stomach were ruptured.
Oh, fuck.
Doctor said he should have been dead. However, 2 years and a lot of metal plates later, he'd made pretty much a full recovery, just with a little bit of weakness in his left arm. Other than that, he was good.
Is this dude made of fucking steel? Like
rubber, I think.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, rubber. Like, how the fuck does no one's supposed to survive that?
My
God,
that one's crazy. Like, but I don't know when it comes
down a bit, getting myself comfy. Don't you worry about it, Cole. Don't you worry about. I'm getting myself an extra pillow here, Cole.
You do that, Nathan.
Yeah.
Good little hole in your armpit there.
Oh, don't you get me? Oh, mate, this t-shirt. Holes are fucking everywhere.
Oh, it looks a bit godly as well. It's literally a holy shirt.
Yeah.
It's your holy shirt.
Well, I am Jesus.
Yeah, we all know this. When you grow your hair out, though, you have to have the hair for the Jesus powers.
That's true. I have lost my powers.
Yeah, well, it's just, they're lower. It's like Super Saiyans, isn't it? Hair gets longer and you get more powerful.
Yeah. It's just it takes a long time for me to get my hair back.
And I believe it's only your beard, mustache, and pubes that turn blonde. Well, when you go powered up, that's correct, yeah. And your back hair.
I never really noticed, but yes.
You can see the glow emanating out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
starts warm. It's when I'm on stage mostly.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah. When else would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I go Super Saiyan. That's when we both go Super Saiyan.
You
At one
have
point,
to.
actually, we're just going to go Super Saiyan at each other on the stage and start screaming "Ah!" in each other's face.
Fusion.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If we do a fusion, I'll probably be able to do some accents then.
Yeah. That'd be so sweet.
So I lived in Birmingham all my life, and I can't even do the Birmingham accent apparently. So keep getting asked from Ireland and stuff. Like, no.
Well, no.
If anything, I'm from Germany apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somewhere along the line, I had
Hinkins.
Das Hinkins. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even Carl with a K is German.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Better than
And
the
I mean, you got
fucking
blonde hair and
Swedes.
shit, mate. You would have
Yeah.
done so well in the Reich.
Oh yeah, trust. I'd have been sweet, man. I wouldn't have been killed.
Yeah, I've got the
That'd
blue
have-
eyes. That would have got
Yeah.
me. That would have got me a certain way.
Yeah, you could shave the head.
Oh yeah, I could have done that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get
Yeah,
some
it's fine.
fucking, you know,
I could grow out a Hitler
hair
mustache too. I could do that.
Yeah.
I'll grow hair there. I could do that. And why not? I mean, you know, I can do it, and then people, you know, I don't know about
It
yourself.
makes
like,
such a satisfying noise when you tap that microphone accidentally. It's just, yeah, it's like a steel pan drum. It's brilliant.
I'm trying to remember what it was now. I was listening to something earlier, and they were talking about the concept of, you know, people trying to cancel people, like if they've dressed up as Hitler in the past.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It is a weird one, isn't it? But at the same time,
you like Hitler because you dressed as him. No, I fucking don't. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, though. I thought about this a while ago, and while it's silly, I could completely see that. I remember there was once when I was at a party with some of my mates, and the one guy loves history, one of the other acquaintances we know, and he just collects some random shit. He's got some random shit, and one of them was like, like a Nazi helmet and one of the armbands and a gun.
Oh shit! I mean, if you're wearing the armband, that's taking it to an extra level. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, this is just stuff he had, like, you know, he had loads of English stuff too. He had American stuff. He had all of them. His actual collector, but the other guys started taking photos with them and put them on and stuff. You know, started to consider photos, and they gave it to me too. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm okay. I don't see anything good coming from that.
Yeah, no.
Nothing against. I like the collecting history. That's
it's
cool.
Cool, yeah,
it's
really cool. Just don't need a photographic proof of me wearing a Nazi uniform.
No, nobody wants that.
Because there is no way that's gonna not be taken out of context.
Oh yeah, there's no good that can come of that.
None at all.
None at all. And this was even pre-cancel culture, so we saw it coming.
Yeah,
well, I saw it coming.
You were a smart and intelligent man to do that, Carl.
I just acknowledge how terrible people are. That's all. To be fair, that's probably a lot to do with the fact that when I was in school, which is another thing I'm figuring out of how to talk about on stage. There was a thing like in like year 7 when someone asked like for my super innocent mind. That's what the whole bit's about. In my super innocent mind, I didn't understand the concept that somebody asking me for help in history lesson, like, what does the swastika look like again? Thingy. I was like, hold on, I'll show you. I haven't got any paper. I'll just draw it on my hand for you. Hold on.
Oh,
let me just do
shit,
this.
Yeah.
Not thinking it'll be there still later on. Someone sees it naturally, like, this is the weird thing. Oh, you're KKK. You got a swastika Nazi thing. Now understanding how ridiculous those connections are.
Those leaps are,
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, oh god.
The whole thing. I was very lucky that I basically knew the toughest dude in the school, because I'd have been smashed up. If not.
Fuck.
Why that dude? I mean, but then he appeared and he's like, "Oh, I know him. He used to wrestle. What are you talking about? He's not a Nazi man." How did we get to this point where
that's a lucky situation to get yourself in? I'm unlucky to get yourself in, but a lucky one to get you
out. That was my
year 7,
Christ. My year 7 innocent mind.
Jesus,
and I learned from that point. I learned.
Yeah, back when that was similar to me. Back when I was in a band called Patriot, that had the fucking UK flag as its background with one of the fucking. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. One of the fucking.
I would have told
One
a
of the
story
royal
about
guard
fucking...
in the thing as the eye, and oh Jesus Christ, Carl!
Huh?
Why do people think like that the royal guards with the sort of big fluffy hat?
Yeah, the beefy
He was the
eaters.
eye in Patriot, that the shape of that
Oh, I
man.
got you.
And yeah, that was shit, Carl. That was so shit.
What was the thinking behind that? Hmm?
I think it was sort of a response actually to like American rock bands always used like the American flag a lot and stuff like that, and we were all into like
Yeah.
Lynyrd Skynyrd type shit. But it stops having the same feeling in the UK because not everyone's all that flag focused. So it just seemed like a bunch of EDF fans.
I was going to say, and as soon as you put like a English flag out, you're racist. Like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that.
No, literally as far away from like how it is in America as you can be.
Yeah.
Over there it's all like America, the beautiful flag of this flag is the most
Home of the
important thing to me.
brave. Yeah.
It's a piece of fucking material, dude.
Yeah.
What the
It's
hell?
a bit of fucking flag. It's
Yeah.
it's
Alright.
not your country. It's
Mhm.
okay. And also, did you know in the I think in the Constitution of America at one point it says the flag shall not be used in any other purpose. So it's like you cannot use the flag on clothing. Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot use the flag on a building. Okay. You cannot use a flag on a vehicle. Okay. America, you kind of got it wrong a bit there. You kind of fucked that one up. Because
Well,
when
they
there's
seem more
someone
men
walking
than-
around in a bikini of the red, white, and blue, I mean, actually, I tell you what, I'm not going to argue with it. It's pretty sweet. Maybe they were wrong. Maybe they were
No,
wrong.
I think they're right. I think they should get rid of it. She has to take that bikini off straight away.
She has to take it off immediately.
Straight away. It's the only thing to do.
Yep.
Only respectable,
It's the
dignified
only
thing to do.
decent thing to do.
Yeah. That goes for all you girls out there.
Yeah.
Fucking.
If I see you wearing a fucking American flag anywhere on your body, you're gonna have to strip fully naked.
Yep.
And I will go with you to the shop, and then we will pick out some more lingerie for you.
And if it's too late, then first of all, why are you out and about in a USA bikini anyway?
It's true. It's too
And
cold.
also,
This is England.
This is England. This is England.
This is England.
We'll buy you some black bags anyway. There you go.
Yeah. You'll be
If
fine.
not, they're warm as well. It's like we're having a tent.
And if any of this seems sexist, please do remember that I am a man with a penis, and I find women attractive. I'm terribly sorry about that.
But also remember, we're better than you, and you know it.
You do know it. You do, though.
I'll tell you one thing women are better at, apparently.
Okay.
Not breathing.
Oh, shit.
Then if you
No.
realise this,
How
for
long did she
breathing,
not breathe for, Carl?
breathing
just-
is for pussies.
Is it?
Breathing is for pussies. It's the title of this one, as I've decided now.
Breathing is
moment.
for pussies.
For pussies. Works on many levels.
It just
How
reminds me
long-
of the Duke? There's a Duke Nukem quote where in like the Duke Nukem Forever he walks in and he sees the Master Chief's armor and she's like, "What was it? Power armor is for pussies." To me, I'm just thinking, breathing is for pussies.
I've never played Duke Nukem or any of them.
Oh, mate, you've never played Duke Nukem?
No, not as far as I
Oh
can
my
remember.
God, it's so fucking good. It is. How do you describe Duke Nukem to someone?
I've seen it. It's like, is it that the thing with like the kind of pull hair from Tekken? The big crazy blonde hair?
Oh, it's
Was
not
that something
quite.
else?
It's more straight up for Duke.
Oh.
Duke originated that shit. Let's be honest, okay? Duke is the
Okay,
prime
okay.
of that shit. Even Johnny Bravo was after Duke. But
Ah.
Duke Nukem is the ass kickingest, manliest,
Manliest.
biggest beefcake motherfucker who ever stepped on gaming.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
he's-
said on
he's-
gaming because I was about to
yeah.
say, well, what about Chuck Norris? But fair enough.
Yeah, no, stepped on gaming. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But he's I'd say he's a womanizer. He's not. He's a hedonist, and he makes that very clear in one of his games. There's a bit where there's a woman there, and there's a woman at a lap dancing club, and there's a guy shouting at her and going like, "Hey, fuck you, bitch! Give me my fucking money! I paid you! I deserve the lap dance!" And then Duke just walks along. You get the opportunity to interact with him, and he just goes, "Bam!" And he's like, "What was it? Oh yeah, hedonism, not bigotry, motherfucker."
I don't even know what hedonism is.
Hedonism, man. Hedonism is like, I want to fuck, I want to suck, I want to smoke, I want to drink, I want to do everything that I want to fucking do, and I want you to do it with me.
Oh, Satanism, that is basically then.
Yeah, hedonism is a very big part of Satanism, yeah, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I'm all down for that.
It's fucking right. You know, hedonism's fucking the way to fucking live. If you want to fucking
That's pretty
enjoy
much what I go
yourself,
with,
fucking
yeah.
do it.
Everyone has their own
As far
life.
as you're not hurting
Do what
anyone
you
else,
fucking
fucking
want.
do it. Yeah.
Do what
Goddamn
you
right.
want. That's like a big part of like why I decided to get into comedy and stuff, and it works in the same sense as if you like drugs.
Yeah,
Cool.
it does.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
It is indeed. But yeah,
And
Duke
the
Nukem,
same is
baddest
true
motherfucker
for
in gaming.
sharing is caring. No, the same is true for Duke Nukem in regards to bullets, and it is also true for oxygen.
Yeah.
Now, how long
And
could you
Duke
go
Seaman
without?
as well.
And that too, of course. I mean, that goes without saying. How long could you breathe underwater, do you think, Nathan, before you died?
Well, I can't
Could
breathe
not breathe.
underwater at all.
So, yeah.
However, I think that the sort of maximum for most people is around
Yeah,
2.5 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, the average person's few
There
minutes.
are people who are like deep divers, like free
Yep.
divers, who've done it to like 10, maybe 12
20.
minutes.
20 minutes is
Oof.
the highest, apparently.
That's fucking impressive.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's realistically as far as you want to go. Tell me how many
you wouldn't have a
hours this
choice.
bitch did. Tell me,
There's
Carl.
no
Tell me
hours.
how hours this bitch
I mean,
did.
hours. Hours, obviously. Just one.
Oh,
She
for
was
fuck's
under
sake!
there
You
for
can't not
80
breathe for an
minutes.
hour.
No, it wasn't an hour. It was 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. So
Fucking hell!
her
Oh
name was
my
Anna
God.
Elizabeth Johansson Bagenholm. She was from Sweden. It was the 20th of May, 1999. And she was 29 in Norway skiing.
I guarantee you that the fucking temperature of the water is what helped keep her alive.
Yeah, it does seem like that is the case.
Yeah.
And the picture, I didn't realize exactly when I was watching this, I didn't realize exactly what happened. And when I did, it was hilarious with the how they showed it. Because
Okay.
basically she was going down some slope. She went off course, like went the wrong way, and
Yeah.
ended up falling into a frozen stream. It was like 20 centimeters thick, the ice, and she somehow smashed through it with her head, was knocked unconscious instantly.
Oh,
And, I thought she
fuck!
fell into the river completely. She didn't. She just fell through the ice up to about her shoulders. So she was stuck with her legs and still skis attached, kicking in the air. I suppose they weren't kicking, she was unconscious,
Oh,
but
God.
in the animation, she was kicking in the air and she was just stuck like that. Like,
Oh, God. Yeah, it's like being in a tree well. Do you know what tree wells are?
what, like a cut down tree and then it's like burnt in?
Oh, no, it's not even that. Basically, when people are skiing, if they go off onto the sort of the rougher tracks,
Yeah.
around a tree, there's actually the trees are actually a relatively warm thing. So the ice doesn't actually go right up to the edge of the tree. There's a slight gap between the tree and the thing, and it goes
Oh.
all the way down to the bottom.
That's a good point. Never thought about that. You never really
Yeah.
see ice on trees.
But here's
Yeah.
the thing, Carl. It can go down to like 10 feet. It's like 3 meters deep. And people will end up falling head first into a tree well. And they will
Oh,
just disappear. You will not see them again. And they can't get out because they're surrounded by snow and it's packed in. And they can't push themselves up because they've got no grip against the tree or anything or the snow. They just freeze to death.
see, I love all the idea of like, exploring random things and doing like extreme sports and that. I like all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. To a point, anyway. But
I like
as
it in
far
concept, but as my set
Yeah.
goes, I think it's fucking ridiculous.
It is
go
many
ahead.
ways,
Yeah.
but I especially feel like that when it comes to going to cold places and doing cold
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Just the cold in general, all of that. Like skiing itself is fun. I did it in a warm, fake place. That was good
Yeah.
enough. Don't need to
Yeah.
go somewhere where if I took my coat off, I would die. I
Yeah,
don't.
no, I don't need that. Don't need
No,
that.
no.
Don't
Especially
need
when
it.
you also add in, if you're walking along, you can fall down random little things that I can't
Yeah.
think what they're called now.
Tree
But
wells, yeah.
well, no, the other things just in
Oh, the
general
other
that you
things.
get, like just
Oh
a
shit,
general
yeah.
glacier and big
Yeah.
hole.
And you can just fall for like 30 meters into the gap of ice.
Same kind of
Like,
thing as a tree well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
don't need
that
that.
shit.
No,
Don't need it.
good. No.
Yeah.
You never run out of water, but that's about the best thing.
Yeah.
That's cold water though.
Fucking Jesus Christ, I can't. Oof.
So Anna was stuck though, head first in the ice. Her friends found her, legs all up in the air, flopping about, I guess. They tried to pull her out. She would not budge. They heaved and they heaved, they hoed and they hoed, but they could not get her out.
How thick was the ice? I mean, it must have been pretty thick.
20 centimeters.
Fuck!
I
And
don't
she
know.
went through it head first. Jesus Christ,
knocked her
Anna, what the
unconscious.
fuck is your head made of?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, she was they were all surgeons as well, so I guess she had a big brain in there.
Yeah,
Smashed through. Or just a big ass noggin like me.
Yeah.
But it could be that.
Fuck. I mean, you're in a good situation though. At least you're surrounded by fucking medical professionals. Like, Jesus Christ.
They were no help though.
Oh,
they were no
good.
help.
Oh, great.
They desperately pulled for 7 minutes and then just called for help. So they called for help after 7 minutes of it. I'm not insulting them for that.
Fly.
I'm just like, yeah, 7 minutes. They couldn't do anything, so they called someone. Oh, you'd naturally already assume she's dead at this point.
Oh, yeah.
A rescue team then came and attempted to dig her out with shovels and pull her out with some ropes, but that didn't work either.
Is she fucking Excalibur? What the fuck is going on? If someone pulls her out the lake, do they become the next king of Sweden? Like, what the fuck is going on?
King of Norway.
King of Norway, my apologies. Have you pulled the Anna from the lake? Yes, I have. I am the king now.
It's fucking crazy, this stuff, man, because it was 18 minutes, and they had to cut her out with like a the kind of thing I imagine from how they described it, like what you'd have to use to cut someone out of a car.
Oh fuck! Like the Jaws of Life shit.
Yeah,
Oh
she wedged herself in there, man.
Jesus Christ! And the thing is, like, after about 80 minutes, she's gonna be frozen into it as well. Like, it's gonna be stuck to her.
And it's shocking that after like 55 minutes, they didn't, or after like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, so they didn't start thinking, okay, let's just, we don't need to go so hard at this anymore. Like, calm me down a little bit.
Fine.
Let's just slowly get away, get the chisel, But no, they were going for it the whole time.
Oh my god!
They got her out after 80 minutes, wasn't breathing. Blood didn't seem to be circulating, and her eyes were dilated. And the rescue team attempted CPR, but there was no effect. Shockingly,
what a surprise!
But no, nevertheless, they got her in a helicopter and used a defibrillator on the way. But there was still no reaction to that. It didn't do anything. Her body temperature was 13.7 Celsius.
Oh my god!
And apparently, nobody had ever survived having such a low body temperature.
Yeah, no, because it's supposed to be like 35 or something like that.
38 or 38.6.
Yeah, she's way below.
Yeah. So the doctors agreed it was unlikely she was alive, but they had to get her all warmed up. Yeah, so they did a few tests on her, and nothing was showing us, like any reactions. It all showed the same. It would show for someone who was dead. So they agreed she's most likely dead. But what apparently the general thing you do in that situation is you don't declare someone dead until you've warmed their body up just to be sure.
Right.
And I know this kind of thing can happen because I saw something about a granddad that it was his funeral and in India somewhere, and he died and they'd frozen him or something, and then a few days later they brought him out. But then as he thawed, he started moving and he was okay. He would just passed out or something.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah. So they started warming her up, and after a little bit, I think it was 3 days or something, they heard a very weak heartbeat.
3 days.
Something like
So
that.
she's
I
in the
think.
fucking
Oh wait,
vegetative state.
no. I was thinking about something else.
Ah.
The next one, yeah, the next one is great.
Okay.
So that grew as she got warmer anyway. Her lungs had stopped functioning, but she was quickly put onto a ventilator. They realised very quick. They gave her a ridiculous amount of care to her, even before there was any signs of life, apparently.
Yeah.
I guess it's because she was one of their own surgeon, you know. 10 days after she went head... Oh, here you go. 10 days after she went headfirst into the frozen stream, she actually woke up. Crazy, and she was unable to move any part of her body below her neck at this point, though, and she was actually angry at her friends that they saved her because she was like, I don't want to live paralyzed and that, though. Which, personally, motherfucking ungrateful.
Yeah.
The motherfucker's been pulling you out in that. They tried
You're
to heave
literally
ho a
alive.
couple of times. 7
You
whole
can
minutes
still-
they heave hoed.
Yeah, you can still watch movies, you can still eat food, you can do loads of shit that you can't do when you're dead. Chill the fuck out. Like, fuck's sake.
And she only needed to wait because a year later she was able to walk about, she was able to do everything. She had a little bit of nerve damage in her, I think it was, what was it, left hand and left foot, something like that.
I mean, that's
But
nothing
all in all,
what happened.
yeah.
Like, literally nothing. Like, she got away better than fucking Fall Out the Sky guy.
She didn't even
She
have
certainly
any brain
got away
damage.
better than fucking Dragged Through Machine guy. Jesus Christ.
Definitely. She didn't even suffer any brain damage considering how long her brain was starved
That's
of oxygen.
Fucking mad. Do you think it's just something that happens to people from Norway?
Well, I can tell you apparently what it is.
Okay.
So there's a few things. They
Was she
don't know
pissed?
this one. Was she what?
Was she pissed?
No, she was not pissed.
Okay. I was just
don't know,
thinking
would
maybe
that
a really
help?
high alcohol content would have helped her. Like if she just downed like 2 bottles of Jack on the way down. Like just look like
what the
antifreeze body, you know?
That's what the parachuter guy wished he could have done.
Yeah.
That's what that would have been a lot better for
Just
him.
chugging it on the way.
Basically, they one part of it they're not sure about, but they think she might have like somehow had a air bubble pressing into her face when she was initially under there. But that's just a guess. But the main part of it was, like you said about the cold. Let me just find it. Yeah, her brain being so cold at the time meant that when her heart had stopped, that she needed very little oxygen to actually keep her brain functioning.
Yeah.
Because it was already like apparently it's like a phone being on auto battery saver mode.
Yeah.
So it needed super little amount.
It's a fairly common thing across the board with it's like when you study biological catalysts in biology versus like artificial catalysts. Like an artificial catalyst will just sort of continue working the more you add heat. A biological catalyst like an enzyme has a perfect temperature where it will work and then it will start going down the other side. So the brain has an optimum temperature, and then it also has a temperature where it's just don't want to do anything.
Both sides as well, I'm guessing though, because
yeah.
being really cold is one thing, but being on fire is my brain wouldn't work well.
Yeah, but it's just basically freeze a biological entity, it won't do its work as well, but that fucking saved her life. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's just a perfect storm for her, basically.
Yeah, Jesus.
Apparently, she's referred to like by people that know her as, what was it, the walking miracle, or something like that.
Yeah.
We're
not far off.
Yeah, man, super lucky. But this next one though, like I said, there's more. I haven't even like gone through half of the video, so there's going to be another lot of these to do after.
Oh,
but
hang on.
Sorry,
it's the
if you find, I thought you were going to say it was finally your florist coming through for you then. Florists are the main, are always taking long. Everybody knows about florist time.
I'm just going to use the fucking term dealer time. Is that you got one dealer here?
Dealer time.
Yeah, there's one dealer here, and he's half an hour late, and he's got to go to this guy over here who's like, 10 minutes late, but he's talking to your guy who's already half an hour late himself, which means you have a total waiting time of 1 hour and 10 minutes.
I remember back in the day, man, it used to be like sometimes you'd have to like, order it in the morning just because it's going to take the whole day. Like, it seems crazy for me now, even hearing you, like, just because, as you know, my guy's just like, when I need him, here he comes down. He's going to
As
be a
it
little bit
fucking
longer.
should
He
be.
tells me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're providing the
calm down
service,
a little bit
motherfucker.
We need to, like I said, man, once it goes legal, we can start putting some, what is this, where you comment and that, what's that website? I keep going to say TripAdvisor, but it doesn't make sense. But fuck it, TripAdvisor, SpliffAdvisor.
Spliff advisor.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll have SpliffAdvisor, we'll have Just Smoke. What else can we have? Munchy Corners.
It's a good one. It's a good
Wait,
one.
that's yogurt. I just realised I suddenly went to yogurt. I let my brain go wherever it wanted to, and it went to yogurt. As it naturally does.
I'm trying to think of any of the other ones that work, but I can't. Those are the ones, Carl. You've created all of the necessary weed businesses.
Oh, one thing we haven't mentioned yet before we get into the last one, because this last one, I have to say, it's tasty. But not tasty. Anything but.
Well, it's just.
It's a story.
It's got some stank on it.
It's going to be fun to talk about. It definitely has some stank on it, for sure. Yeah. That's a perfect way to put it, actually. From our last podcast, then, where we only got like, I think it was 10 minutes in the end of actual audio, because technology was completely against. It's even more than it has been today. Like a lot more than it has been done today.
I'm getting kind of annoyed with technology, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bastard. Wouldn't it? No, it hasn't. But did you know there was a solar storm over the last few days? So some stuff could have been messed up, like some signal stuff could have been.
For real?
Yeah, G3. So a reasonably strong one. Not like apparently G5 is like the proper, the electrical grid could go down kind of level. Yeah. This is a G3, so strong.
Yeah. Still
not going to
strong.
fuck us. Yeah.
Okay.
But could have had some stuff.
Interesting to know. We have had a lot of shit at work because I deal with tech of people's like Wi-Fi and stuff. I've had a lot of people at work just calling up going, yeah, my Wi-Fi is just not connecting properly anymore. Or, oh, it's got a weird fuzz on the camera for some reason. It's like, motherfucker, has the sun fucked up your shit?
How awesome would it have been if you'd have known that, though, at the time? And you would have been able to use the actual genuine reason of, sorry, there was a solar storm.
Yeah.
That's a genuine thing.
That's an actual thing that happened. We had a solar storm. It might have affected your systems. I'm very sorry. But, it's not covered by your warranty, unfortunately. Off your fuck.
The sun, yeah. It's quite hard to cover the sun, to be fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It feels like it's a center of its own universe or something.
Yeah, that little fuck.
Did you hear what has happened to Mr. Will Smith, though?
Oh, what is banning from the Oscars? 10 years. Honestly, I think 10 years
longer in jail.
Yeah. I think 10 years is. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I think 10 years is probably a bit too long. But they should have taken his Oscar from him. I think that would have been the better way of doing it. I think take the fucking Oscar from him. Fuck you. Sorry, you don't get that, and don't come back for 4 years.
I'm okay with them leave. I wouldn't have been overly bothered either way. In regards to whether they took the Oscar away or let him have the Oscar.
But the fact is he's had a punishment, and that is what was fucking necessary.
Which is surprising, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's the Kelham Comedy Club that gig is. Mill Owners, is that, I think?
Yeah.
So you are right.
The Mill Owners ones? Let's have a look.
Just popped through. Let's have a quick look.
Oh, Mill Kelham Comedy Club. Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Let's get it right in. Okay, yeah, so Mill Owners Arms, Kelham Comedy Club. I'm looking forward to that. The 2nd of May, that one is. Going to be tested, going to Sheffield. Going to see my Sheffield Indians. We're like, what up, Sheffield Indians?
Sheffield Indians?
My Sheffield Indians, man. That's what they call them. I know the lingo, Nave. I know the lingo.
I don't think that's what they call themselves, Carl.
I think it has to be. What else could it be?
I think Sheffield they call them Shefferites.
That's just silly talk, Nave. That's just silly talk.
That's just crazy. No one calls himself a Shefferite.
I'm not going to entertain it. I'm just not going to.
It's the lady friend again. Hang on a sec.
So we got like a good 10 minutes out of that previous recording anyway, so
Yeah.
little mini-sode for you. It's what we meant to do originally the whole time.
I mean, to be fair,
But-
it wasn't my greatest episode anyway. I was completely off the fucking ball.
We did, what
But,
was this? Sunken Ships and Sunken Smiths, because you was all
right,
about treasure, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I like that picture as well. The sexy picture. There's two little things in the background there. I gotta say, I put up some of my pictures from the last couple of episodes, like Bigfoot there, and from the next one that'll be out probably after this one, because this one's going to be a lot easier to edit out because it's StreamYard's a lot easier. So the one after this will be this one, of course, True Conspiracies.
Yeah.
That turned out to be true, where we learned all about, and we don't need to talk any more about this because we all know it's true. The fact that sharks can come onto the earth.
Oh God, Carl! Jesus Christ, Carl!
We had it proved.
Oh,
we had it
Carl.
proved.
It's
so
not proved, Carl.
We had it proved. We saw
It's
a video.
not proved. There's no proof.
We couldn't figure out what size compare. There was nothing to compare the size.
There's exactly something to compare it to. You can see it. I can Google it now, Carl. I can Google it. I'm going to Google
We
it.
don't need to do
I'm
that.
going to Google it.
How
big
don't need to do
is
that.
a walking shark?
How big is a walking car? How long is a piece of string? Who knows?
Between 27
Who
inches
knows?
and 35 inches.
That's big.
That's it.
Big. That
It's
could
not
murder.
that big, Carl.
That could do a murder.
It's 2 foot long.
It could do it. You trying to say the small people can't murder people?
Okay.
That's a
Okay, I'm
bit
not
wrong, Nathan. You
ableist,
shouldn't.
all right?
You shouldn't say that kind of thing.
Can kill a human being just as much
They
as
have
I
the
a
same-
human
they
being.
have the
Oh, I put them in a different category. Oh, shit.
see,
Oh
there you
God,
go.
I'm racist, Carl.
You are.
Oh,
I'm
God.
glad you said it.
I'm
You're-
so
you're-
racist
you-
to short people.
You should believe that short people are allowed to murder too. They're allowed to. They're allowed to murder.
I just can't agree with that,
You
Carl.
should encourage it,
Can't-
if
I
anything.
just can't agree with it, Carl. I can't agree with it, Carl.
I
In
think
my
you need to
opinion,
get-
only the big should be able to kill, and they should
Only
be
the
able
big.
to do it freely whenever the
Yep.
fuck they want.
Yeah. I mean, everyone should be able to. Obviously, that's
Obviously,
we're not debating that.
except short people
Except short people. Yeah, the shorts. The
and
shorts
the
can't.
gingers.
And the gingers shouldn't be allowed to do anything.
Well, exactly.
It's the one genocide that's never happened. It should.
Yeah. And yeah,
You know.
everyone would
forgotten
be
story.
okay with it. No one would
Yeah.
have a problem with it. Ed Sheeran would be gone.
I mean,
You know?
Ed Sheeran was one of the very few I'd give a pass to.
What?
Ed
Are you
I like
insane,
his
Carl?
songs. I like
You're gonna
his
let that
songs.
motherfucker go and not Tim Minchin? You're crazy.
No, Tim Minchin's not really ginger, is he? Kind of my level of ginger.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
totally ginger. He's so
Oh.
ginger.
I don't
He's-
know. I get told I'm
he's-
ginger, and I don't really think I
He's
am.
so ginger, it's cringe, Carl.
It can't be cringe. Unless you're like the proper full level ginger, then maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But for girls, it's nice.
For girls, it's hot as fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but it's just a fact. If you are, redheaded and you're a lady, then suddenly your attractiveness has gone up about threefold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you're no, I was trying to compare it to something, but I can't. No.
That's it. Yeah.
Or if you got like
that's
blue
great.
hair or green hair for me, like any different color hair.
It
no, I'm cool
depends.
with that.
It depends on the person. There's some people who can really pull that shit off, and there's some people who are like, why the fuck did you do that?
Oh yeah. It's like if you're gonna have some color in your hair, man, you need to get some color on that face, get some
Yeah.
makeup on, get
Get some makeup on, get yourself some color on that fucking on your clothes as well to sort of bring that shit up. Unless you're going full
To be fair,
goth. If you're going
Yeah.
full goth, you can get away with that shit. If you go fully black and you got that hair, suddenly is like a boom of color. Now you look like an anime character. Now you're hot as fuck.
I'm glad we was able to let all you ladies out there know how to be your best for us.
Yeah. Get attractive to make yourself better and more attractive to us.
Yeah,
We are
which
the
is what's
men.
important. Yeah, but not for
Men.
this. Not for this next man though. You don't want to do anything with this guy.
Oh, no,
This guy
Carl.
didn't have a fun time.
Oh no, Carl!
He
What
did
did
not
he do,
have a
Carl?
fun
Where
time.
did he go, Carl? Did he end up inside another machine? Did he get sucked off by some kind of horrific alligator monstrosity? Did he end up dragging his own intestines out of his arse using a Hoover? What happened to this poor motherfucker, Carl?
All of them probably would have been better.
Oh shit!
How about getting blown up like a human balloon? This
Oh,
is
God.
just. We are going back to New Zealand
Oh,
once again.
God. No. What? No, Carl.
This is a real story as well, which is the worst, craziest. I don't know what's
He
going on in New
wasn't doing
Zealand.
one of those things, was he, where people try and inflate a fucking hot water balloon or something?
No.
Have you ever seen that?
I thought you were going to say a frog then.
No, have you ever seen that? It's a strongman move. It's a
Yeah.
strongman like trick. You know, if you get that wrong, it will kill you.
What if it like pushes back into your lungs or something?
Yeah, literally. If you don't, because they have to sort of push and then immediately hold it. Because if it does go back, it is enough pressure that it will just burst out your fucking lungs.
Yeah.
You will not survive.
It makes sense actually thinking about it because they go up quite big as well. It's trying to pop them, is it? Is that what they do?
Yeah.
Blowing them?
And the pressure that's required to actually get through like that much thick rubber, it's fucking insane.
Imagine how much pressure is required to blow up flesh,
A person,
bones,
a whole
and
person.
everything.
Fucking Jesus.
Because when I say motherfucker blew up like a balloon, I mean motherfucker blew up like a balloon.
Like a balloon, yeah.
2011, New Zealand, and the man's name is Stephen Mccormack.
Oh God.
He would later tell the media, in a matter of minutes, my body literally blew up to twice its size. But then he does also go on to mention later about how it eventually got to 3 times the size.
It's almost a shame he didn't become the Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, he did really.
Yeah.
he was.
No,
huge
actually, to be fair, what he
and not
became
happy.
is Kirby.
Yeah, actually. Michelin man. There's a few variations in here of what he refers to himself as. So, how do you think this happened, first of all, Nath? I know you told me one where it was about the water bottle thing.
I don't know. I genuinely can't think of a way you get inflated. I mean, what was he doing? Sucking on the fucking the air hose for a fucking truck tire or something. Like, that's literally
You're
the only
close.
thing
He was working as a truck driver at the time and doing some maintenance on his truck.
Okay.
But not exactly what you think though. This is one of the very, very few times where the excuse "I slipped and fell on it" actually was the reason.
Oh God, no!
So he slipped and fell onto the air pump.
No, Carl!
As they put it on the thing, penetrated his anus.
No, Carl!
And what do they do when they go in something, or in general? I don't know.
They just immediately start pumping.
Yep, and that is what happened. Air instantly rushed in at £100 per square inch, and he started to inflate.
Christ!
So these are pumps for like tire,
Could you imagine the fart you'd let out afterwards, though, Carl? Can you imagine how satisfying that fart would be?
Oh, we will get to that. Don't you worry. That is covered in this.
Thank fuck. Thank fuck we've got the crucial details.
Yeah, all the details are here, my friend. We have not left a stone unturned.
Oh my God, this is such a good episode.
Now, do you want to know something shocking?
Yeah.
Something ridiculous now?
Absolutely, I do.
Apparently, it was very painful.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I'm so surprised.
I know. Apparently, he was calling for his friends in pure agony.
What the fuck? Could you imagine if he was like, oh, lads, this is fucking lovely. Just give it a shot.
I mean, he said he slipped and fell. We don't know how it actually started. I mean, he could have said that.
Maybe this is just his thing. He just likes to tickle his butthole with the air a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a danger wank, isn't it? It's just danger. I guess it would that still be a wank putting something up your ass? I guess it is. Here's for a girl.
I think it.
Is there a name for that? Does there need to be a name for that?
Is it just? I don't know.
And okay.
Pussy. Pussy.
Plug in butt. Plug in the butt.
Yeah.
Plug in it up. Plug in the butt. So he was plugging the butt for all we know.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to turn it on. Maybe he did. No. Maybe this is his weird attempt to fly to save the parachute man.
I just
from the first story.
What, he was gonna fucking shove it up his arse and then fly and rescue him.
Well, he thought it was helium. He was
Oh, of
expecting to
course he
float.
did.
You know, naturally.
Oh, hang
Had
on.
to stay away.
Oh,
Had
shit,
to
it's the lady.
You just have to keep himself away from any open flames because I think helium's flammable. No, you do what you're doing, and I will carry on with this story. So, yeah, he called his friends to try and stop the inflation. Doesn't clarify who managed to stop the inflation, but someone did somewhere about the point. But he was about 3 times the size, like they said, at this stage when the ambulance got there. Paramedics took him into the ambulance, and he was, in his own words, still blown up like a football. So at least 2 times the size, a bit bigger than 2 times, I think. From what 3 times seems too much to me, but you know, the dude was blown up at the time, so we shouldn't take his perspective as the gospel.
No.
He was in lots and lots of pain, and the paramedics attempted to inject him with pain relief straight away.
It's so funny. I don't know why it's so funny.
He was pumped up so much, even on his arms and that they put the injections in to give him pain relief. Pop straight out.
His arms!
Too much pressure everywhere. It literally, it wasn't just his stomach that was blown up. His whole body. He was like the Michelin Man, as he put it later. His whole body was blown up.
How does that even happen?
Well, it went up his ass, so I'm guessing it just went in all the cavities and that.
Oh my god! I didn't think there were cavities in your arms.
Actually, this might explain something here. Actually, where is it out? Where was it? I mean, they did talk somewhere about his. There he goes. His muscles and fat were separating, and air had filled his lungs, heart, and even eyelids. At this point, his eyelids were blown up as well. They couldn't even strap.
No, genuinely. We've got to stop here for a second. We've genuinely got to stop here for a second. Right, I know this is the entire point of this episode.
Yeah.
But how the fuck does that guy survive? I'm not even joking anymore.
Yeah,
that is not possible. He has had, literally, it's gone through his entire body. His entire body has been like permeated with air.
Physically separating the fat from the muscle, like pushing it all aside, like
that's insane.
I guess it's creating its own cavities. That's why then. Every place it was rock solid, apparently, all over his body was.
Oh
like
my
rock
god.
solid. Imagine the pain you must have been in, man. The doctors tried. They tried to get a hose to get the air out, but they couldn't even do it that way. Like they couldn't get it in to get it out, you know.
Oh my god.
Have a guess what they actually had to do?
I don't know.
How they dealt with the situation? As you said earlier, he had to fart it out like a motherfucker.
Jesus Christ.
He had to do some serious motherfucking farting, this man. It took him 3 days of intense farting. They've mapped it out for us. 3 days. Power farting, as I like to refer to it. Many do too, of course. It's the medical term. And he was back to his old size after 3 days. He made a full recovery.
No! No! I'm sorry! No! You don't get to. Go back, do it again, and do it properly. You don't get to come back from that. Fuck!
Motherfucker blew himself up by sticking something up his ass. Let's be honest, I don't think he fell on it. He put it up his ass. He's a truck driver.
Yeah.
He put it up his ass. Didn't expect to blow himself up.
For fuck's sake, end it. End it there. Don't let it become what that was. Oh my god.
How did just the concept? I mean, yeah, like apparently, what was it? One of the things they said, they think the main reasons he survived was, for example, if it had gone in any other orifice and he, like, popped his lungs. I don't know. They're saying if it had gone anywhere else, then it would have been too much and killed him. But because it went up his ass, most of it went in his body, I guess, rather than straight and popping his lungs.
Your intestines are actually as much
huge.
As you want them to fucking. They can stretch like a motherfucker. Because I mean, the actual surface area of your intestines is like more than a football pitch.
And your body in general can stretch, because look at big
quite
chunky
well.
people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only that, there are actually people who've got like a genetic thing where their skin is more stretchy and their body in general is more stretchy. So maybe he's got a bit of that going for him as well. But
I think I got stretchy skin.
that is stretchy. Yeah, you could
Yes,
probably survive
stretchy.
having an air supply shoved up your ass if you want, Carl. We'll give it a shot. Next episode, do a live
the only
show.
thing-
We could do a
it's the
live
thing-
show, Carl.
There we go. The thing I've been working my whole life for. So
Yeah.
the one dream I have in life that I need to complete still.
Oh,
Then I can die happily at the end of it.
God.
It's
I'm
an amazing.
genuinely upset by that one, Carl. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely upset.
That's the one that I was specifically on about when I said that most of the video is played like in a light-hearted way because it's animations and stuff along with it to give you the idea. But this one, it's the one that it was when I got to the eyelids blowing up.
Yeah,
that's when it became horrific to me.
Oh no.
So just imagining
it was
just
when it
these
was
eyelids going. Whoop,
Yeah.
which I
For
guess
me,
it makes sense.
it was when it was like it was separating the fat from the muscle in his body. It's like that's too much, motherfucker. That's too much.
Literally separating the different parts in him. Motherfucker survived. New Zealand people be crazy. Apparently.
I just
don't
get how that I don't get how that's possible. I don't get how like half of these it's genuinely fucking great episode there, mate.
Yeah. I think we should definitely cover the other ones as well. And the next time I do mine, I might do the other lot too. I'll see what they are.
There's got to be so many more. I know what I think.
It's a 25-minute video, and I think I got about 8 minutes in, 10 minutes in, something like that.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do for the next episode as well.
Okay. Do you want to let us know now?
Teaser, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
give us a bit of a teaser.
One of my favorite episodes that I did, and I've been thinking about this one for a while. One of my favorite episodes I did was the most haunted paintings.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool. So I'm going to try and go down a similar vibe with that. But this time I'm going to try and find the most terrifying, quote unquote, audio proof of ghosts or demons and things like that. I'm going to try and find the really creepy audio shit that can really put us on edge, because I reckon we need to get ourselves scared a bit again, Carl.
Get a bit of a freak on.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I ain't gonna get scared by I ain't scared of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Dude.
That song was written about me. I was man, it was all about me. That song. I mean, I wasn't born yet. Yeah, they knew I was coming.
Tiny little insect. Got him. Look.
Oh, you got him. Oh my God, murder. The first murderer that's been on this podcast.
Oh shit.
Talked about many.
Oh, I've got to go into hiding, Carl.
That's fine. We'll cut that bit out.
We'll cut it out, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You're gonna try and get me into jail, Carl. Oh.
Well, think how good would that be to cover on this episode?
Oh yeah.
On this podcast, sorry, cover the murder that you committed on this podcast.
Yeah, the murder of insect.
Tomatoes. Murder's a murder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not at all in the slightest. Murder. I've watched some freaking random ass documentaries lately. I saw one about I think it was in India, a family of like 3 generations just randomly found all 11 of them hung at the top in the house. And it's because how they like follow like the patriarch of the family and this new one who took over from his dad who died. He was just a bit crazy, it seems, and he was telling them all this stuff he was supposed to do. It was like a cult, and then they were doing this one of them trees, with all the roots hanging down, whatever they're called.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know the name, but I know which ones you mean. Yeah.
It was the name of that tree. It was like the DAT practice or something they're supposed to do, but they died. It was like the debate was whether they'd agreed to die, even though like some of them had like paid to have engagement parties and stuff later on.
Yeah.
And it all got ruled as a suicide. Even the grandma, who was apparently too overweight to actually do it properly, it seemed. So she was actually lying down with a noose tied around a wall, and it was like she was pulled more than anything. I don't understand how that gets ruled as a suicide.
Yeah,
That's the one that. If you're going to argue the other one, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
But that
Epstein
one-
level shit of bullshittery.
I also watched a documentary about a family that was murdered, 2 parents and the 2 daughters, but they were murdered by the youngest son of the family, who was 14 years old, but he was a tiny 14-year-old
Yeah.
kid. He murdered them all with a big giant gun that his father showed him how to use. It was in I'm trying to remember where that one was.
Texas,
Can't
probably.
remember. No, it was somewhere random. Oh no, Israel. That was Israel. That one.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, and the kid was like a proper one of them, like exactly what you'd imagine, like the creepy, no feeling kind of stuff. You know, he had no qualms about it. Apparently, he just woke up one day and just felt like it. He said a green body told him to. It appeared to him, but it didn't.
No.
But
have you ever seen? There's. Sorry, I just that just sparked something in my head. There's a video I saw recently of a guy who was in like jail because he was a serial killer.
Yeah.
And they've got footage of the interview with him, and it's so fucking creepy, man, because he is completely emotionless. At one point he goes to him like, so why are you in here? I kill people.
Is this Piers Morgan?
No.
No.
It's not.
Interview.
Yeah, no, I know, but no, it's not Piers Morgan. It's from quite a while ago. It's from like in the 70s, and he goes like, okay, so why you do that? He's like, I don't know. At one point while I was here, I slit someone's throat, and he goes, oh, okay, well, would you do that to me? Yes, I would. And he's like, well, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I want you to stay in here for the rest of your life. And he goes, I want that too. It's like, fuck.
That's the weird thing. A lot of them seem to get the fact that it's not right.
Yeah.
But can't help themselves and want to be put away. Yeah. Such a weird thing, that fact as well. And just why, if you're someone who just doesn't care about anything, why do you then just kill someone because of that?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's but again, the psychopathy thing, it's only dangerous if they're brought up in a bad environment. If they're brought up in a loving environment, for the vast majority of the time, they'll be absolutely fine unless something triggers it.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. That's the worst thing. Like a lot of people, I think we talked about this before. Like a lot of people that are psychopaths, for example, just get brushed with that, painted with the same brush. Whatever the saying
tarred
is.
with the same brush.
Yeah. Whatever you do to psychopaths.
Yeah, but the fact is, like, psychopaths are everywhere. Like, most of the Formula 1 drivers are probably psychopaths.
They're weird. Why?
Well, because I'm not even joking. Like, psychopaths,
I know bankers
when they're
and stuff and all that kind of things are.
But it's also like psychopaths don't get scared in high intensity environments as much. That's why they're really good in the SAS and things like that. Because when everyone else is panicking, their heart rate actually drops, and that's actually, you can see that in a study. Once like violence starts to happen, certain psychopaths, their heartbeat slows down. It doesn't increase.
So that's kind of interesting, because in the little story I've been writing, still kind of writing, but it's just one of the next evolutions of human people are psychopaths. That's part of it in my thing.
Partly psychopaths, partly autism.
Yeah.
Partly OCD, and there's another one as well.
Well, isn't Down syndrome technically an extra chromosome, or is that a less chromosome? It's an extra, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but technically, that could be imagined to be leading to a
different thing,
evolution.
Yeah. There was something else as well. Which, no, it's gone. Fuck it. Oh God.
Yeah. I don't think I ever told you about the Down syndrome rabbit.
Oh,
that we used
empathy.
to
That
know.
was the other one. Empathy is the other one. There are
What?
certain people who think that highly empathetic people are a next evolutionary stage. Although
There we go.
that combines quite nastily in some situations, because a lot of people think that all psychopaths can't understand other people's emotions. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
true. Some psychopaths are very capable of understanding other people's emotions,
They just don't
but
care.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
in which case it makes it incredibly easy for them to manipulate other people into doing what they want them to do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I thought, like, this is the thing, you always see like weird explanations of what being a psychopath and that actually is, because I
Yeah.
guess there's no specific, like draw to put them in a specific section of exactly what they all do.
Yeah, they're as diverse as any other form of
Yeah.
people on the earth. Yeah.
Because I saw like someone else refer to it as what was it now? It's not that they don't have feelings, it's just that they don't accept that anyone else has feelings like they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And even
It's
if
a bit
they
of
do,
narcissistic to a certain extent. Yeah. Yeah.
being highly that's my thing though, being highly empathetic. I'm too empathetic, and that's
Yeah.
just annoying more than anything.
It is. Because you end up going, oh, I fucked up this thing, and everyone else doesn't give a shit, but you're like, I feel terrible.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
start
yeah.
apologizing to people, and they're like, why are you apologizing? And it's like, oh, no, it's just because I feel bad about it. And they're like, don't feel bad because it's fine. And it's like, yeah, but I still feel bad and I hate myself. So can you just tell me I'm shit? For fuck's sake, just confirm this for me and I can walk away.
And then you don't want to apologize next time because you got complained at for apologizing.
Yeah.
So this time you don't apologize, and then you feel like, oh shit, my dick,
Oh,
I didn't
shit, I should have
apologize.
apologized. Now I feel like a dick because I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone will be annoyed you didn't apologize this time, even though you
Yeah.
followed their advice.
Advice. The advice.
We're all narcissistic bastards.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, but that kid who shot all his family in that anyway got 9 years for manslaughter.
That's it.
Yep, 9 years
I'm
for
sorry,
manslaughter.
okay, if you're 14, you don't get to come back to society anymore. You decided it was okay to execute your family. If you're willing to execute your family, who the fuck knows what else you're willing to do to anyone else on the street? Because you don't have any connection to them.
He didn't give a crap at all. Like, he had no qualms about it, never showed any remorse. Because as well, in his head though, he said that a green body took over his body.
Yeah, that sounds like an intentional plea for insanity.
Yeah, he never got it. He had a test done, and they showed that he wasn't in any kind of psychosis. And knew exactly what he was. He was in the.
Fucking knew it. Yep.
But
because they all think
that
they can just get away with it if they just pretend that they're insane, and it doesn't work that way.
I think because it was Israel though, it's a lot more religious there. Like you can see a lot more people like wearing the Jewish hats. Forget what they yarmulkes.
The yarmulke,
yeah. Is that what it is? A yarmulke?
Ow! Yeah. Sorry, I just tried to move my leg literally 2 inches, and that hurt so much that I had to scream out loud.
But that's what I think though, like, that kind of stuff to religious people, this entity came down and talked to me. They could see this like a demon, whatever. And I think they just did. I don't think anyone wanted to accept the fact that this 14-year-old who looked really little, he was a little 14-year-old. Like my son Max is like looked bigger than him, and like he's not 14. It was weird. Like you don't see many murderers of 4 people being, when they're taken out to the car under a blanket or something.
Yeah,
they're normally running out to it. You don't normally see them being carried by the police and looking like a little child.
I mean, that's the thing, though, isn't it? The difference between mental health issues and religion is how many people believe you.
I suppose, yeah.
That's all it is.
this kid, man, like fully though, got to carry on his studies in school, in prison. He got loads of because he was super smart. He got loads of diplomas and shit, and then he went to college when he left prison at 20, when he'd served his.
I'm sure he's going to be. I'm sure he's going to be absolutely fine for the rest of his life. I'm sure he's not going to kill anyone else or do anything fucked up or weird.
Someone who knew the family and knew him when they were younger was at university, and part of the university thing there is that you have to take a kind of sports class, and she was doing windsurfing, and while she was there doing this stuff, she looked up and she was like, "What the hell?" And he was just in her class too. That was the first time she knew anything else about it. So he was just suddenly.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
And
Oh,
apparently
God.
he's off now with his own family and all that. Like,
That's
yeah.
not okay because he's just going to kill him
Yeah.
again, or at least one of his kids is going to kill him, and he'll get his comeuppance. But
Yeah, it just carries on.
yeah,
It was one of those ones where
just
there was no abuse, no anything like that, you know.
No, just
Which
a
was the
fucked up
weird thing.
individual.
Yeah, he just one day decided to murder a fool. Murder a lot of fools. With a big old gun. It looked crazy with this little kid. They did a reconstruction the day after. It looked crazy with this little kid walking around with this gun. It was like huge compared to him. But they be the plights of murder.
That's so fucking weird.
They be the plights.
They do. Speaking of the plights, what about plugs, Carl?
Wow.
Got some plugs?
Plugs are three-pronged apparatus that allow you electric to your technological goods.
It's true.
That's what a plug is.
They're also available in baths, or baths, depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Partial or normal.
To keep the water in. They're good in that situation as well.
I see.
Yep.
They're also good up the butt.
They are
better than a lot of air, anyway.
Yeah, certainly better than a lot of air. Although you can keep your air in, should you wish to, using a butt plug.
You can.
You can.
Don't know why you'd want to.
No.
You can do it. See-through butt plug. That's what you want to, so you can see straight up there as well.
Yeah.
Not glass.
No one wants glass in their arse. It's a bad idea. Don't want glass in your arse. You don't really want glass in your chuff either, but you know.
Yeah, you don't want glass anywhere to do with your body, really.
No. I say chuff. Chuff is arse. I mean the vagina.
I don't know what. I didn't know what a chuff was. A front bottom.
Front bottom. Yes.
Front bottom. Lady garden. Beef taco.
Beef taco. That's a good one.
Ham taco.
Wizard sleeve. That's a fun one.
Wizard sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fun one. Like you're not really even there. I could be at the shops and you wouldn't even know it.
What?
With the sleeve, you know. It's like wearing a condom, you know. It's literally like there's no trace. It's like you as far as that body's concerned, you were never there.
You were never here.
No, you were never there.
I have no memory of this place.
Never happened.
Yeah. Oh God, you're basically just throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah. And it's a big hallway.
Yeah.
Stanley home. It's haunted. And we're going to hear some of their voices next time.
Next week, yeah.
But right now, the plugs. Okay.
Yes.
So, either the same day or the day before, or fuck it. The 12th of April, the 26th of April, the 10th of May, and every other Tuesday thereafter will be Katie's Comedy Clubhouse open mic night. New material with all the new people on the comedy scene and some old classics too, coming down and just trying some stuff out. And just trying some shit out. That's all, actually.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Yeah. That.
Good little vibe. Yep.
Yeah. Chilled. But then someone's actually trusted me and my pal Rio with some moolah to put up. Why are you laughing at that?
It's insane, Carl. Who gives you money?
I know. They've given us a budget to get a gig together. We've already got Leanne Easthope opening. We've got Matt Hunt, one of the new guys that quite impressed me when I saw him recently. So whacked him in there. Griff's going to be on there too. Alex Plant should be on there. Checking his diary though. We know Alex is like getting back to someone though, so I'll probably have to message him tomorrow and we'll confirm that then. Probably, more than likely. I'd be shocked if it was anything else. Cool. I'm the same.
We all know what it's about.
But I will be hosting the first half. Ria will be hosting the second half, and I will be doing a little set as well in the second half where I'll be most likely going through my story of when I learned how many drugs are too many drugs, as I mentioned earlier, when I tripped the fuck out for about 4 days straight, 4 or 5, something like that. Great story. It's an amazing story, to be honest with you.
God damn it, I need some mushrooms, Carl. This is ridiculous. I still haven't tripped out once.
I tripped out on stuff that I didn't know you could trip out on. That's the thing. That's another part of it. MDMA? I didn't know you could trip out on MDMA.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Oh, I know. I know. There is no doubt
you
about
can go
that.
somewhere. Yeah, it can be fun.
It can be fun. It can be fun thinking about it thereafter. At the time, scary as fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very scary. But other than that, there's the Bigfoot Killed Him with Comedy episode already live. There is the mini-sode of the Killed Him with Comedy with the slap heard around the world and some other random shit. It was a shame that it didn't record because it was a fun one, but some of the stuff I said later on might have got me in trouble anyway, so maybe it's a good thing.
A lot of the stuff we said could have got us in trouble.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing every week though now, actually.
Yeah, it is.
You realise it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah. No one cares.
No one gives a shit, man. When you look at some of the sort of some people do say, like Andrew Schultz on Flagrant 2, his podcast. All the shit he says, I'm like, if he can say that shit, then we're good. We're sweet.
What? You know the reason why though? It's because when people tell him, "Oh, you can't say that," he goes, "Fuck off, can't I?"
Yeah. Which is generally what you need to do.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should apologise to this community and this. No, fuck off.
No.
Fuck off. I'm a comedian. I said something funny. I tried to be funny. Maybe it didn't work. Fuck off.
Yeah. Even if it was shit, you still don't have to apologise.
Yeah.
You can apologise to yourself for writing a crap joke. I mean, we all write some crap jokes sometimes. That's part of it.
I've written jokes where I've gone, this is going to land perfectly. You go on stage and it's like dead as a doornail. You're like, yeah, okay, rewrite in that one.
You're going to write more bad stuff than good or try. Well, maybe not that, but like that's
start,
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like we said, though, the easiest, well, not the easiest way, but the best way to try shit out is just to go on stage and just do it. See what comes out, and then adjust that for the next time. Do it again, see how it comes out just for the next time. Golden rule, record everything. I'm going to start doing that again.
I need to start doing that. I still haven't recorded any of my decent sets. Every time I fucking record a set, suddenly it's a fucking shit recording, and I just cut. I do really badly. I've got to record every single one of them.
I got a recording of you.
Nature.
I got a good recording of you when you came down with your face was hurting.
Yeah.
That was a good set though. I was like, yeah, face weren't hurting. What you're talking about?
I think it was literally like it was weird because before I went on, my face hurted like a. My face hurt. My face hurt.
It hurted.
It hurted. It hurted me, Carl. No, it hurt my face a lot just to sort of sit there and talk to people. But the minute I went up on stage and you got that panic going again, it's like, and I'm just talking as if I was talking normally. And then you get off stage, it's like, why the fuck did my face hurt?
It's haze, man, when you're on stage, man. People don't realise this, and it never really goes away. Like it's just
that's the best bit, though.
Yeah.
I love that feeling when you're in that zone, when you're in the flow and you're just watching yourself do the set almost. And it's like, I wonder if I'm going to do that version of the joke or this version. Oh, I've done that one.
Because I'm starting to realise that a lot more now. A lot of it is just now, once you've got a certain amount of the stuff in your head and you know how to do it and go about writing them, you just kind of let it come out.
That was what the Yellow Arch one taught me, actually, because as I say, when I did Yellow Arch for Dan Innes and Ollie, I forgot my set 3 times in a row, and it's like, this is painful. This fucking hurts, and I was like, I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's one of the hardest moments at that point of, oh shit, what am I saying? And you know they know.
Yeah,
it's a hard one.
And I'm falling apart. You know, I've got no control over the situation, and I just go, right, okay, fuck it.
Just talk.
What other stuff do I know? Okay, I've got my Scottish bit. You know, the one where I sort of lean in and do the Scottish accent. I was like, okay, I know that one. That will get me out of almost any bad situation. I'll just use that. I get through that, get to the other side of it, and it's like, okay, I've still got like 4 or 5 minutes left. What do? Just go into your 5-minute set about tearing your ACL. Just launch straight into that motherfucker. And it worked.
Yep.
And I've got enough bits of material here and there now where I can just go, okay, fuck it, switch over there.
It's nice being forced back into situations, isn't it? Like, you don't realise this stuff like until you're forced to do it.
Yeah. Because like I never would have decided to go up on stage unprepared. But
it's not
by going on stage and then my preparedness failing me, I had to improvise. I had to just pull the shit out the hat and see what happened. I think that's one of the reasons why I've started thinking the same thing as well about trying to just get on stage and do a story of something. And see how it goes.
Well, my thing is, I've gone like with my one. I've gone through it so many times in my head and written stuff down, and it's like I know the story. I've told it loads, like to my mates in general. Anyway, I
Yeah.
don't need to embellish it at all because it's fucking stupid as it is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that happened through it, and it's
Yeah.
long, so
So it's perfect. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing is, once you've got a story that's got enough chunk on it, you can abbreviate bits that you don't need.
yeah,
But you can also like it allows you more opportunity to add like little tweaks and jokes into it along the way. There's one that I
Never-
really want to do about meeting I want to do a whole bit about weirdos because I
Yeah.
love weirdos. Weirdos are brilliant, and I think
We
we
are
don't
amazing.
respect them enough. Exactly.
Mhm.
You, me, like Leanne. Most fucking comedians are weirdos. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
And
We
you
put
know, we
ourselves
just
in these
gotta,
situations to
yeah,
be judged by everyone, just standing
Yeah.
there alone.
yeah, it's fucking mental to just be like,
Yeah, it's
hey
ridiculous.
everyone, listen to me talk directly at you and don't do anything apart from laugh at moments. And then I'm going
And
to walk
enjoy
off
it.
stage, and when you try and talk to me, I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for liking the show."
Yeah, like we're all more comfortable, most likely, on the stage rather than off it. I know
Oh,
I am.
yeah,
I'm more comfortable on stage than
absolutely.
off.
Absolutely, and it's so much easier to have a like. It sounds weird, but most people are like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to just. I like having just conversations with people. I don't like sitting down and having a conversation with someone I've never met. I fucking hate it.
Oh,
The
yeah,
worst thing
yeah,
in the fucking world."
yeah.
But you put
Fucking
me in
annoying
front of
small
a
talk.
crowd of but you put me into front of a crowd of 10 to 15 of those motherfuckers, and I am going to talk for hours.
It feels comfortable being up there on the stage. I think for me, it's just because always feel like everyone is naturally beneath me.
Yeah. You see, the thing for me on the stage, I think it's just because my dad was always a drummer,
Yeah.
so it's like for me, being on stage was a very natural fucking thing to do, and then I started
Mhm.
doing the music, and that was natural again. But you just don't. I don't know.
Well,
You
it's
don't
just
get all the credit if you do music, and I want all the
Yes.
credit.
and you have to rely on other people as well. Like at the very when it comes down to it with stand-up comedy, it is just literally get up, get on stage, say some shit, sit back down. Very
If it
simple.
fucks up, it's your fault. Lovely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Could not like it more. I hated on situations where I'd be playing with a band and someone did something wrong, and it's like, well, you've just ruined it. Because I know I'm going to fuck it up too. I know I'm going to do it. And then I know they're going to think exactly the same thing of me when I fuck it up. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I will say for that, a drummer, it's worse for the drummer when you fuck up too, because other
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
can be hidden. The drummer, you can't hide that shit. If you properly fuck up, everyone's knowing it.
Everyone hears it because everyone comes to a stop and just looks at the drummer.
Yeah. Everyone, you have that moment of trying to get back together again. Like my first and main band that I had was very tight. We played together so much because we went to like our first download and right away, like at the beginning, and we bought a lockup as soon as we got back, and then we were just in there every day. Like, so we were very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the name of that band?
I don't think so.
It was DB10.
DB10.
Because it stood for Dave buy a 10. Because our mate Dave used to buy a lot of bud when we played music.
That's pretty good. I like that.
We made a song as well for it. It was whenever we wanted to try and persuade Dave to buy some bud, we were like, Dave buy a 10, din din din, Dave buy a 10, or a knife, Dave buy a 10. It was fun.
It's a good fucking song.
And then the band after that was Funk Pumpkins.
Funk Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm. And Saber-Tooth Tiger. What was it? Saber-Tooth Tiger? Saber-Tooth Toast? Saber-Tooth Toast. That was it. And Spaceman. I think
mine were Patriot, as I've already mentioned.
Badass
Snake
name.
Eyes.
Snake Eyes?
Yeah. And then what was the last one? Forget the Dukes. This is the Hazard, also known as Forget the Dukes. Yeah.
Forget the Dukes. These are the nukes.
Yeah, it was a fucking. That was such a good band. It was genuinely insane because it was punky as fuck, but I'd come in playing the bass in a really funky sort of rocky kind of way. It was
Yeah.
almost like the bass was leading the songs in certain ones.
Fun kind of music, yeah. I think it works very well when
It
the
does,
bass
yeah.
is leading.
Yeah. But as I say, it was a hardcore punk band, so you had all this like elaborate bass going on in the background, and then sort of all this cacophony of music going on around it at the same time. So much fun, so
I've
good.
always enjoyed punk and stuff. I just love the up tempo stuff more than anything.
Yeah.
I have endless energy when I'm sat behind the drum kit, man. It's so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most naturalistic feeling things as well. Like one of the first recorded like activities of human or drums and that, it's just a very natural thing. I remember my goth mate hated me though, because he'd always wanted to play drums. He got some drums and then he was practicing on it for like a few weeks and that, and he had us all around, and then one of the other guys was like, "Oh, Dom suddenly got better on the drums," and it was me, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck you, Dom."
Oh shit! I haven't done my plugs. Have you
Yeah,
finished
do
your
your plugs,
Okay, yeah.
Nathan.
So,
Don't
post-apocalyptic
ask me
metal
if I
treehouse.
finished plugging myself. I know how to plug myself, sir.
It's true. It's true.
Mhm.
So yeah, post-apocalyptic metal treehouse available on Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, iCloud, iTunes,
iCloud.
Spotify. Yeah, it's probably on iCloud as well at this point. Just check that shit out. Google it. It's available on any of your favorite podcast apps. It's a sketch show. It's a horror. It's a heartbreaking adventure of loss and woe. It's a lot of things, but it's mostly funny. So
But
give that a listen.
Tragedy can be funny.
It can be.
Yeah.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah, war can be funny.
It can be.
Alopecia can be funny.
It can be definitely fun. That's such a funny disease, dude. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Something that a lot of men suffer with as well
Yeah.
as they get older.
Did you see as well that there's literally footage of Will Smith taking the piss out of someone with alopecia?
No.
Yeah. There's footage of him taking the piss out of Arsenio Hall's band leader.
Oh,
And
I
he
saw
has
something
alopecia.
about that.
Yeah. And
Have
that
you
like
seen-
you can't you can't have this both ways, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can either make jokes and it's fine, or you can't.
Did you see Ricky Gervais's reaction to it?
Oh, I think I did, but I can't remember what he said.
And people were asking him what would have happened if he was like in that situation where it happened to him, and he was like, "Well, it wouldn't happen because I wouldn't have made a joke about Jada's alopecia. I'd have made a joke about a boyfriend."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I would have made a joke about her boyfriend.
I do like Ricky Gervais though.
Yeah, he's so funny. I think people don't give him enough credibility because a lot of people still like to think of him as just, I don't know, a sort of a writer and an actor more than a stand-up. But he is a really, really thoughtful joke writer.
Yeah. He said his favourite thing that he does is stand up. Like,
Yeah.
Animal. I could buy that because the simplicity of just going on stage and just saying shit.
Yeah.
Just that's all there is. Like,
I mean, I've got to try and rewatch one of his other ones again. One like Politics was fucking genius, and Animals was fucking hilarious. Just so many goddamn good Ricky Gervais specials. And like, just because he's focusing on a subject doesn't make it worse for some reason. But some people
I like
think
that.
it does.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Bible
I think it sort of depends on. Oh, that was so good. Yeah, religion.
The whole
Jesus
Daddy
Christ.
Longlegs bit and the whole Adam and Eve and the snake having to forever crawl on its belly. It's like, but I always have to call him. Oh no, yeah, this is so hard. Oh God, I wish I could fly like normal.
Yeah. Oh God, I still think one of the best quotes as well was it was on one of those like top 100 comedians things, and they just had people talking about various comedians, and one of them was Billy Connolly talking about Ricky Gervais and the way Ricky Gervais came out on stage. In particular, he's like, the thing that most impressed me was when he came on stage and he just went, "Oh what? Oh no, stop it." Oh, what? Oh, no,
mm,
don't think greatest show you've ever seen. Don't worry about it and things like that. That's very good. That's very funny. And
Yeah.
he's right. Like that is
Mhm.
a joke that is I could never have thought of just
So
doing that.
simplistic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so simple, so quick. Just
The kind of
such a
stuff as
great
well.
way to open it up.
The kind of stuff you can have an idea of doing that kind of stuff, but I feel like probably a lot of that would probably kind of come in the moment more than anything as well.
Yeah. Again, this is another reason why I think it's, leaping in without preparation is probably the best way forward. It's also what Billy
Yeah.
Connolly did as well, actually, speaking of Billy Connolly.
See, it's one thing I'm having fun with at the moment is because I'm hosting like the quiz every other week. Sorry,
Oh shit, it's
the
12.
clubhouse.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, we'll wrap up there.
It's okay.
Hosting the
Yeah.
clubhouse
Yeah.
every week, and also like every other week. Sorry, and then the quiz every week. Like I'm always every week, and a few times a week. Sometimes I'm always in front of people.
Yeah,
Like
that
so,
really helps.
it's helping a lot at the moment. It's
Yeah.
easy.
I'd like to
Fun.
get back into that vibe, but I've just got if I'm honest, it's the
You seem to be
work
doing
that
quite a few at the moment, though.
I am, but it's fucking work, man. I get home and I'm fucking exhausted and I don't have time to write anything or think of
Yeah.
anything. And by the time I get to the gig, I'm tired and it's like, well, I'm just going to have to do the set that I've done before or use bits that I've already done, just work them in together. And it's like, I don't want to be doing that. The reason why I was doing so well before the pandemic is I was writing every single night. I would re-listen to the set. I'd come up with
Yeah.
new ideas and I'd try them the next fucking night or the next week at the latest.
Yeah,
You know,
but you are at the point there where you can. It's like you were saying before. You can just kind of you got the stuff that works at least, so you
yeah.
can just do that, and nobody else knows anyway. That's the thing. But we just kind of want to be doing new shit all the time.
New shit, yeah, because that's how you grow.
Like I've got so many new little bits I want to try. Hence why I'm just getting in my head, like thinking about remembering stuff more than anything. Hence why I've just got to start just doing a lot of it now.
Yeah,
because I have just randomly started doing like stuff when I've been on stage, like doing those hosting. So
it's a good move.
but yeah. So did you
Right.
cover all your dates?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, Erdington of Laughs tomorrow, which is the 13th.
Today, the 12th.
Oh, it is now. So it's the 12th. Yeah. And
So,
then
well, this will probably
28th.
be after that as well. But so yesterday.
Yeah. 28th. Unfortunately, I am going to have to absorb some of KD's enormous crowd. We're gonna have to split the viewership here, Carl. Because half of them are gonna have to go to you, and half of them are gonna have to go to me. Now that's only
there's some distance between
apiece.
the two.
Yeah, it's okay. It's only a couple thousand a piece, but we can manage.
How else are we going to take over England unless we go to different, outposts?
Exactly.
How are we going to do it?
We've got to hit them from multiple places at once. Otherwise,
Exactly. I've got my corporal video. We're going over to Saltley. We'll take that over. Where are you going again?
It's actually, where the fuck is it? It's somewhere in Birmingham. It's just outside, literally 5 minutes
it's
outside
Erdington.
the clean air zone. No, that's tomorrow, Erdington.
Oh yeah. Well, yesterday.
Yeah.
We're confusing you all, and that's even more so.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, though, it doesn't even matter.
Well,
but other than that,
but soon it will matter, Carl. Soon
everything.
we will be all powerful. We will be the most powerful comedians of all time.
Killed him in comedy.
Come.
Bye.